Jeez.
Oh my god, I said go!
We're live!
We are live.
Hello, people! How you doing? It's James, a.k.a. Guy with a Mug. My game tag might change again. I don't know. To Man with a Mug. We'll see. Welcome to Tactical Reroll.
Mugman.
Mugman.
Welcome to Tactical Reroll Silverpool Chronicles, Episode 5. Delving into Garrison A13. I'm here with my amazing and lovely players.
Hi guys, it's me, J Kitty, also Sai.
Hey guys, it's me, Jacob, also known as Sound Jesus.
Harley, also known as Chasing Fandoms.
Everyone, it's Rusty, also known as Hardratha.
Holy cow, guys. We did it! We started relatively on time. We got our intros done without restarting 100 times. And nothing is broken. And now that I said that, everything's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, everything's gonna fall apart.
Alright, so a few announcements. There will be no delays due to the ongoing virus for our typical streams because we play online anyways and we are hermits. So
Don't
that's
call me out.
that's just a thing. We're not gonna be affected with that, so expect typical content. Possible shout out to Chasing Fandom's new Monster Hunter series that she's gonna be streaming. I'll be on it, and I think Jade might join us as well.
I
Maybe.
might be on it too, depending.
Everyone
I
here
know
might
what's
be on
going
it.
It depends if the game would allow me to run it, even on this new computer.
We'll see with people's availability and how many people are wanting to play, because I can only have 4 people at once, so...
Yep.
Yep.
Are we still
Any other announcements we have?
My goal is if I don't get called into work earlier than my schedule has it right now, I should be streaming out through with Tactorial to actually, do the art I've been meaning to do for over a month now.
Yeah, a
Nice.
moment of silence for the people who work, who still have
Yep.
to go into work during all this chaos, especially the supermarket people, i.e. our DM and Jade.
I'm just
Yo,
sitting here slowly
straight up,
raising up
guys.
my head because I'm always working too.
All seriousness, I work at the same place in which Sound Jesus works at. They just called me, and I just let that ring. I'm like, no, I got stuff to do.
Does anyone else have any more announcements they want to make? Any series are going to be starting up? Any projects? No?
No,
I
not
think
that
we're
we
good.
know of at the moment.
Actually, wait, I do have one more thing. We will be doing a one-on-one stream in the near future with Toby for the downtime that is going to be happening after the end of this adventure. Hopefully at the end of the session we'll be going into downtime before next week.
So this is the main thing to say. Is Toby gonna live or die?
hopefully live.
Hope he dies in the five days. We have someone new come in.
Completely
like,
new character shows up. Who are you?
Right, it's like
I'm Toby's brother,
Jack.
Shaq Knight.
Wow, just another.
I'm Toby's long lost brother, Shaq Knife.
Alright, so, without further ado, let's focus our attention on this splendid Dyson battle map, which everyone should be seeing now.
Give me a second.
Oh, there it is. It's like, if it loads, there it is.
Our players, joined by Detective McFadden, enter into Garrison A13, the suspected location where an assassination attempt on the good detective's life was made. Upon entering, they have found unusual, unworldly sights. Dark auras and twisted shadows weave into the bodies of tortured souls, forced to fight the players against their will. They have made their way into the main mustering hall, where a group of guards now face off against them, shadows arising from their very bodies. Without further ado, we will start off with initiative, which I have fortunately saved from last week. We're on round 5 of this dungeon combat, starting off with Hardretha. And we have no music on our end, just...
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot something I gotta do. Oop. Give me a moment.
Oh, there we go, guys. I had to say something. Tactical difficulties.
Yep.
So, Hardretha, you're starting off at the top of the round. Would you like me to completely repaint the scene that you see before you? Or?
Nope, because I do remember. So, in this point here, I am actually, because, pretty sure there's not enough room over there for me to squeeze in over there. So I'm going to put myself over here where I can actually talk.
So you step out through this doorway, and as your feet land on the stone tile, it actually makes sound.
Yeah, and as I do so, I'm gonna be like, door just closed behind us.
So that square is actually a zone of silence.
Okay.
And but yeah, I'm going to use my action to cast a magic missile on the shadow number 2.
Oh, wait. Toby has already started breakdancing. I don't believe that Rhythm Bot is working. I don't believe Rhythm Bot is working.
I
Alright.
think you grabbed the wrong rhythm bots because there's 2 of them.
Yep. So, Hardretha lifts up his hand and begins speaking incantations as... What does your magic missiles look like?
Essentially, you know, as I do it, like, I just hold up my hands and then, like spectral daggers just form and then just fly out towards the target.
Mm-hmm. So, like, 3 glowing spectral daggers appear in the air and fly out. Roll damage, because that's just an auto hit.
Okay. See here. Okay, yeah. There's 1, 2, and 3.
So, the magic missiles fly out, and as it, like, strikes, this whole shadow just dematerializes.
And I think we have a lot of light here too.
Yes.
There's light on the wall.
Yep.
There-
Maeve is
it's like-
holding a torch in one hand, lifting it in the air, so it's illumination. Toby has light on your dagger.
Yep.
And then
Well,
also Hearthstone has light as
I
well.
have light on the amulet that's around my neck.
Yep, your casting focus is glowing with light. McFadden has a flare, so it's a 10-foot bright light, 10-foot dim light around him. Everybody
it's
got
like-
light.
Is that
It's like-
Lily?
I
Lily
think
Pond?
Except
Right.
Lily, because Lily can see in the dark.
Yeah.
And she can smell in the dark. So even if she's blind, she can still find the enemies and beat them up. Lily Cook, speaking of which, our master arcane chef, with chakram and battle pan in hand, facing down against these guards, their eyes completely clouded with black, writhing smoke. Their body has this faint aura of shadow that twists around them. Maeve can read lips, so if any of them happen to start muttering anything, she can figure that out.
Yep.
I'm going to. Lily's gonna with the chesty walk again. Oh, I know. No, these ones are just shadows, and we. Never mind. No, with my trusty chakram, I'm gonna slice them 'cause I don't care about their life anymore. That's right. I don't have it. Stop it. Alright. So I slice them. For 3.
So you bring this giant chakram up. It's a 2-handed circular blade with crystals growing off of the sharpened end. And you swing it up. How do you now are you doing this lethal damage or?
Nice lethal.
Alright. You just tear right into this guard. They're wearing leather armor with like chain underneath it, and your chakram slices through the
Okay,
chains.
I'm gonna be honest. There's no way for my chakram to not be lethal.
I mean, you can turn it sideways and hit him with a flat side. Like,
That's so. I'm just hitting with my walk. I wanted that. That's why I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm gonna slice him with this.
all right. Anything else you can do?
I'm gonna just prepare for my interception on Toby to try to attack Toby.
So you ready your pan.
I can use my chakram.
You can use your chakram.
Yep.
Detective McFadden. He moves up. He pulls out his revolving hand crossbow. He aims for guard 1's leg. Scores a nat 20. And blasts straight through his leg. This guy goes down instantly. And that is guard 1. And writhing from guard 1's position, a shadow comes out and immediately starts like writhing in pain from all the light that just glares out around him. Specifically, like, the magic light just is not having any of this. And now that he can talk, he's going to use his leadership ability on Maeve. So for the next minute, he can utter a special command. You add a D4 to your pretty much attack rolls and saving throws for the next minute, Maeve.
Okay. I don't know how to add that. I'm going to attack, but
So this shadow rises up and is going to attack Lily, but misses.
Big Pandora can't hit it.
It's going
Do
to...
I have attack of opportunity?
Yep. Maeve and Lily would have an attack of opportunity against this thing.
That.
now, do I only get one of those D4s, or is it just added this entire time?
I believe it's added for the next minute.
I have advantage?
So how do I add a D4 to get an attack roll?
Good question. So it stays around unless McFadden is incapacitated for the next minute. Pretty much, so you're gonna roll a D4 first if you're gonna use it. Then you're gonna go into the modifier and add your number rolled, and then you roll your attack.
You're gonna have to walk me through this, I'm sorry.
So you roll a D4,
Okay.
and I rolled a 2. Now you look downward. You know you add your +2, +5, -5. You just see the box that says modifier next to it.
Not on the thing that I'm...
It says 0. It has a big 0 on it.
Yeah, and you just put in the 2 or whatever in there. And then you
Okay.
roll. So you roll the D4 first, then you add the number in there.
You got 2 as well?
So you get a +2 to hit.
If I can... You know what, we're just gonna do it this way, because it's not letting me type. Wow!
So you got a slice and it does not hit.
I
You have to balance out, because McFadden had the natural 20.
Maeve, you're up.
So I would just do that again, or am I keeping that +2?
You roll it whenever you go to make an attack or a saving throw. You roll that D4.
Okay. Okay, it's still a +2.
Do you keep it the 2?
And she rolled another 2.
Oh, I'm coming up to do that. Forgot to say that.
You go in to strike it.
And
Like
a miss.
you stab into it, and the shadow just coalesces around your sword.
Yeah.
The guard is going to turn and try to attack you with its spear, but misses. Why does it have disadvantage?
Light, maybe? Or was it because of the potion?
Huh. Oh, it's because I'm using the wrong guard.
Right.
Oh, you're using the unconscious guard.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't add up. So he tries to stab you with it, and you just parry it off with your. Which rapier are you using? Your normal one?
I'm using the normal one right now.
Alright.
I'm saving all the fancy stuff that she has in her belt for a little bit later.
Alright. So, guard number 4 is going to begin making its way over.
Oh, fun.
So many guards! Hey, at least they're all coming in one at a time.
He has advantage.
Yep, that's why I said oh, fun.
Wow.
Oh, fun.
Just stabs you right in the back for 3 damage. Your Blood Hunter physiology allows you to take an inhuman amount of damage without going down.
Well, at this point, her eyes, for those that don't know, she has really piercing blue eyes with a ring of gold around the pupil. The ring of gold would be glowing at this point.
So this other guard comes out of this room, notices, runs over, stabs Maeve again with another spear attack. Toby. You see Maeve surrounded by these shadowy guards. And an actual literal shadow that rose from the corpse of one of the guards is now also staring Maeve down.
Oh, why is she so heavy in damage? Wait.
She just got pounded on by 3 guards.
Right.
And
Three
also
guards.
because we went from one battle straight into another.
Another. Yeah.
Because she
So-
was downed immediately by the freaking changeling or doppelganger before.
And she had festering wounds. Do you still have festering wounds?
No.
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 That got healed.
Lily said send payment method to the Lily Bugle.
Oh, yeah.
She'll deal with that.
Let's see.
Because Lily's gonna
here.
help. Also, Lily doesn't know what they'll do with their corpse. So it doesn't.
Fair.
Right. Toby's gonna use twin spells on his Ray of Frost.
Alright, so you can Conjuring Forth your Ray of Frost. I actually have a question. Does Meta Magic have to be on a spell of 1st level or higher?
I think it may actually have to be a spell first level or higher in order to use it.
Let's see. It
Oh, yeah,
doesn't
no.
say on the first level or higher. It just says. Let's see. At 3rd level, you gain the ability to twist your spells to suit your needs. You gain 2 of the following meta magic.
Mm-hmm.
You can use only one meta magic option on a spell when you cast it, unless otherwise noted.
Yep, you can do it. You can twin spell an Eldritch Blast at 5th level to get 4 beams. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay.
That's gonna be fun.
It still costs sorcery points.
Yes.
So it was just something I was wondering about because I remembered like, So you take your Ray of Frost and you split it down the middle.
Split it down the middle against guards 4 and 5.
Oh, wait.
Not
Yeah.
drag my. There we go. Hit and missed both.
So you blast out and just you fire past both of them into the walls.
Yep. But I gain a ruin charge because of that. For spending a point.
Okay, cool. Would you like to move, or are you gonna stay hunkered down where you're at?
Move up just a bit.
Alright. Round 6 of combat. Hardratha,
Alright.
you're located in the back. You saw all these guards just come out as Maeve began to chase down the shadow, and they all just start attacking now with advantage.
Yeah, at this point here, I'm actually going to try to push past Lily to get over in front of guard 4.
Alright, so it's difficult terrain to move over a willing ally square.
If you want, you can just like go diagonal around me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you can do that.
Maybe the same distance, so.
Yeah. But yeah, essentially trying to get right there. And I'm actually going to make my attack utilizing Green Flame Blade.
Oh, hey.
Green
So-
Flame Blade.
So your Warhammer begins like writhing with this green fire. The shadow also equally hates this, as you're glowing with so much magic right now.
The shadows must really hate us.
Oof. Alright, and at this point here, I'm also going to be popping my Action Surge.
Oh, hey, cool. So as
And
you swing in, you just like accelerate your magical prowess to be able to get a second action.
Yep. And I'm going to be attempting to hit him again.
Cool.
Hey!
Jump.
There we go.
So for everyone else, as you're looking at Hardratha, as he activates his action surge, you see... How perceptive are people? Maeve would notice. McFadden would
Yeah.
notice.
I have a 9 perception.
I have 12 perception.
So
I can roll.
Maeve and McFadden notice. I'll let you roll with disadvantage because it's hectic combat. The minimum you can get is a 12, though.
Yeah, I got 12.
Yeah, so you just see a flash of magic. But Maeve, as you look over, right next to him, as he goes to attack, you notice that almost like time stops and rewinds as he like gets ready to make a second attack.
Okay, Tracer.
Oh, hey. So, did you roll the hit again?
Yes, I did. It was a hit. I already did the damage as well.
Oh, wait. Cool beans. Miss Lily,
Hello.
you're up next.
Okay. What do I have?
Yes, you did heavy damage as you rewound your attack and slammed into it.
Oh! I do have this. I'm gonna come over here and, man, drink this! Basically, just make her chug a potion of healing because I have it in my inventory. So it's a 1d4 plus 2 healing.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. 3 HP. I tried.
I still appreciate either way.
And then I'm going fair to intercept. I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna ready myself to intercept for me.
Detective McFadden moves up. How many shots have you taken? He's taken 4 shots? I think he's taken 4 shots. He has 2 shots left. He's going to ready an attack on guard 3. He fires with the guard, moves out the way before it strikes into him. And he's going to take his last attack against guard 3, which also misses. So the shadow begins, it just reaches out a shadowy hand and attempts to grab onto Maeve's face, but it just passes through her. It's not able to take effect. Maeve, you're up.
So she's gonna do the smart thing and disengage back up here.
Oh, yeah. So you disengage before anyone can like strike into you. You move back. Anything else you can do or no?
Disengage is an action,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm assuming it's also an action to drink the potion.
It's a bonus action to drink a potion for yourself. It's an action to apply it to someone else or an item.
Okay.
So if you're putting
Then she'll
poison on a
bonus
blade, it's an
and-
action. If you're drinking poison yourself, it's a bonus action.
So she's gonna drink the potion that Lily gave her,
Mm.
and that will
No,
be
Lily like used her action to have you drink it. I just didn't can implement on you, so you had 3 extra.
Well, either way, DM didn't adjust HP. Do you want me to do that?
I did not know I was the one who was supposed to roll.
I don't have. I rolled it. I got 3 HP, but I didn't know how to apply it.
Oh, it's supposed to be 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, so
never
I'll
mind.
roll it anyways.
10. Hey!
a lot better. So.
A lot better. I felt really sad.
I got a perfect roll.
Lily gave you a perfect roll for the potion.
This like incredibly potent potion just goes down, and you feel yourself revigorated with magic.
Good night.
Magic. It's not that.
Nah.
Wait, did you skip her? You skipped her turn.
Who?
You.
I didn't skip anyone's turn.
It's now turn guard 3.
Yeah.
No, all she did was disengage and back up.
Oh, okay.
That's all she did. She's being smart.
Okay.
Her wisdom is average, but she knows when to get out of a fight when they need to.
Scar's actually gonna scoot along here. Make an attack against Lily. And miss. Because these guards are hot guards. Guard 4 is gonna go up and seemingly do nothing. Guard 5 is gonna come down, and they're both gonna attack simultaneously on Hardratha with advantage.
I will intercept from guard 5 if it hits.
Alright, so this is the attack for guard 5 first.
I will
21.
intercept it.
Ooh.
I have to keep looking at my interceptions. I keep
So,
reading it.
dealt 8 damage. And then guard 4's ready to action goes off.
So all that damage got depleted.
Lucky you.
So you didn't lose 8 damage, ha!
It goes back down to 2.
Cause I rolled a 10, the best I can. Technically,
Great.
I negated 3. 13.
And a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Good thing, hey, at least good thing I took
So-
that 8.
Not a very good crit. So she goes to block one. So Lily blocks the one guard's attack, but doing so she bumps you, and the other guy is able to stab you, and it's a deep gash, but it somewhat is able to be mitigated by unusual magical forces. Toby.
Toby. Okay, so Toby's gonna use Cinder's dagger to attack guard 4.
No way. So you flip over this flaming orange dagger. You gotta stab him, but can't necessarily get hold as they like bring their end of the spear up and block it. You cut a small portion of the spear off though, with your searing hot dagger. Hardratha, you're currently flanked by 2 guards.
I am actually going to slightly move back, so that way they are not on either side, but I'm still within their threat range.
Yep.
So like right there. And yeah, I'm going to take a swing at guard 4.
Oh way. So guard 4, rather well wounded and bloodied, you flip your warhammer over and get ready to strike into them.
Ooh.
Crush him. He dies. Guard 4 summons Shadow 4. Rises from his body. And this shadow is rearing and ready to go. Lele.
Yeah.
There's a guard in front of you, a Maeve behind you, and a guard near Maeve. There's also a shadow, and a new shadow has arisen from the corpse of one of the guards.
I'm gonna attack the shadow.
Oh, what?
I'm actually attack with my frying pan. My walk, I mean.
Alright.
Your walk.
Yeah, my combat walk.
Your combat
Your combat.
walk.
Yep.
So you flip
Why
it
did
over.
I get-
Hmm?
Oh! Oops, sorry, Maeve. For some reason, I was attacking Maeve. Wait a second. So can I roll that? Wait.
I'm just gonna say you didn't actually attack Maeve.
Okay.
But you missed your attack on the shadow.
Well, wait, that's why I can't re-roll, because it technically didn't do attack.
The one that attacked the shadow missed. So you take out your pan, you try to hit it. Would you like to use your action surge?
I don't have an action surge.
Oh no, you have second wind.
Yes.
I forgot. Detective is actually gonna hunker down. He opens up his revolver, takes out the cartridge that holds all the bolts, drops it on the ground, pulls out another one, snaps it back together, and that's his action. The Shadow. Lily, do you have anything glowing on you?
No.
Okay.
'Cause I just have I'm surrounded by a bunch of glowing things.
So it hits you.
It's glowy.
It deals 12 damage.
Alright.
And cool. What is your current strength score?
15.
Write down your strength score. Your strength is reduced by 3.
Why is it reduced by 3?
As the shadow touches you, it draws away your very life essence.
But I'm surrounded by bright light.
The other reason I was going to ask is because the shadow would have tried to quell your light instead.
Of course it was.
But you didn't have that, so it just reaches out. It grabs. You feel this like spectral hand go in and touch your heart, and it just pulls your strength away. Shadow number 4 is going to attack Toby as revenge. Or no. Who killed him? Hardratha. Hardratha, you have light on you, right?
Yes, I do.
So it's actually going to try to grab your amulet. Make me a dex save against a 22. No, it grabs a hold of your amulet, and the magic that lights it is quelled from it.
Actually, wouldn't it be when it comes to the light cantrip, there is a dex save with it when you have to use a magic for it to try to take it off?
That's if you're putting it on someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he just it quells the light, dimming the area, and he disappears now. And moves somewhere. Just kind of melds into, now there's like more shadows being cast around from Maeve's light, McFadden's.
Not really, like, there's not more shadows because on the other side of where it was.
Maeve.
Wait, what happened to the shadow? Sorry.
He vamped off
Disappeared.
somewhere.
Okay.
It disappeared.
I was gonna say, do we want more light? So I can light crap on fire?
Yeah, you're currently holding a burning torch in one hand. The building is made mostly of stone, but there's like wooden support rafters and stuff you could set on fire if you really want to.
Is that an action or anything to sheath a rapier?
It is an interaction to like put your rapier away.
Okay, so she's gonna put away the normal one, and pretty sure attack with advantage against this guard because of the silver folding one.
I don't know. You tell me.
You tell me.
When the blade is sheathed, the first strike against a creature is made with advantage, so yes. Bloop.
Good thing for the advantage.
So
Alright.
you pull the trigger on your thing, and the folding blade comes out and stabs right into this guard.
Boop.
So you just it stabs into him. He has like this large gushing wound on his side now, as he's been shish kebabbed
Just
by your silver sword.
And that is where we're gonna leave that for a moment. I forgot that I still have the thing, but it hit anyway, so it's fine.
In a blinded rage, this guard is going
intercept.
to attack Oe.
And negate 4 damage.
So from the 9 damage dealt, 4 gets reduced off of it. So
Lily tries to block it, but like realizing that her strength is a bit weakened, it feels a little bit harder.
So,
with
you see the body of this person begin like melting away and disintegrating into dust. Maeve, make a Constitution save.
I get to add the D4, right? Is
Yep.
it a saving throw? Again with the 2.
Oh.
Eat. My constitution isn't the best.
So that's Shadow 3. So the body explodes. Write down your current strength modifier. and reduce your strength by 4.
Oh.
Oh, mind you,
Yep.
that brings me down to a 6 in strength.
I would highly recommend do not get hit and kill this thing quick.
Glad most of my stuff is based off of dex.
But the body explodes and it pulls all the life energy around it. The wall disintegrates slightly. The floor is like torn apart, almost like a mini black hole went off. Gravity is pulled and warped for a moment as this thing appears. God 5 is kamikaze. Yeah, I'm gonna have him kamikaze. Toby, Hardratha, Lily Cook, all make me
Wait,
Constitution
does that
saving
make a
throw.
conversation
Ooh.
wait for that one across from Maeve then?
Oh crap, you're right. Yeah, you're within 5 feet of it.
Alright, this one's for the first one. Which was
I'll give you
25.
inspiration. So
Oh.
because you know you're a good you're a good player.
And this is for the other one. Which is
All right. No one takes any
loses. I don't lose.
no one loses any strength as guard 5 turns into a mini black hole. And this shadow takes its place.
Yo, that's a big shadow, my dude.
Alright.
Dobie, it's your turn. So you just saw this like guard like melt and twist as it's pulled into this miniature black hole. And out of this black hole arises this like shadowy figure.
Yeah, something's definitely going on here. Toby's gonna.
Oh, really? How could you tell?
Toby's gonna flank him. Flank Shadow 5.
Cool. I get attack with advantage as Shadow 4 releases its ready to action.
Oh.
Spooky Shadow comes out of nowhere.
Well, where did
I thought
it
he was
come
gone.
from? It was bright light over there.
It's on the ceiling.
So
So it's like
Man is scared.
Spider Shadow.
How tall is the
Spider
ceiling?
Shadow.
11 foot
That's
tall.
whatever Spider
There-
Shadow does.
It's 1 foot. Are you saying it's... Okay.
It can adhere itself to any area. So there's enough darkness on the ceiling for it to, and then it comes down and slashes Toby. Toby, what's your strength?
My strength is a 12.
So write that down, and your strength is reduced by 4. As this thing just like gravities your life out of you into it.
All right.
Adretha,
So
you're up.
yeah.
Alright,
These black hole shadows, stars glinting in their faint, pale bodies, stand within the room.
okay, So, what type of action is it to put a weapon away?
Interaction.
So interaction?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna put my warhammer away,
Mhm.
and as I do so, I'm going to cast Create Bonfire on top of Shadow 5.
Alright. So, what type of save does Shadow 5 have to make?
It has to make a DC 14 death save.
I didn't mean to make it roll twice. The first one would have
I mean,
been...
they both fail.
They both failed. So, it takes 3 fire damage. But there's also a magical bonfire in that location.
I don't actually have a fire token, so I'm going to use a...
We just keep in mind of it.
So just remind me that there's a flame there. So this crackling fire comes to life. Cool. Creative use of bonfire. Lily Cook, you're up. You feel the life, you feel your strength being sapped from you. And you are now flanked.
Oh, I am playing Dark Side.
You are between a drow and a hard place.
I'm gonna attack the one in front of Maeve.
Oh, what?
Combat walk. Yee! I may be low on strength, but I'm determined.
So you band for and slam into it. Isn't your walk magic?
Yeah. For some reason, it's partially you. Resisted.
Oh, it's resisting the fire.
Isn't that magical fire?
The pan itself is magical. The enchantment makes it magical. The fire damage is just fire damage.
Okay!
Yeah, you have to. So there's certain weapons like the searing scythe that it does magical fire damage. So nothing resists the fire damage. It just does fire damage. Detective McFadden has fully reloaded, and he's seeing the grave errors of his ways. He takes a step back and is going to take a -5 to hit. And that's heavy dagger. I don't want heavy dagger.
Maybe you should use a heavy dagger.
Using his revolving crossbow, he's gonna attack Shadow 1. He hits,
Hey!
and he's gonna have a +10 to damage.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, he has that feat.
So he strikes into the center of it, and it destabilizes its entire body. It is stunned for 1 round.
Hey, it's done!
Shadow 1 can't do anything. It's stunned. How long does it stun one last for? Yeah, cool. Shadow 3, which is near Maeve, is gonna skirt out of the way of Lily and is going to attempt to once again pull away Maeve's life essence, which it hits
Question.
for 12
with
damage.
With my inspiration, could I use my inspiration to switch places with Maeve?
Sure.
I will do that. I will switch places. I will use my inspiration to switch places with Maeve.
So
Eh.
instead of at 21, you'll go back down to 16. You instead take the 12 damage, and I'll let you resist the strength drain of that.
Yeah. Like, I think what'll happen is, like, despite the fact of, like, my own strength being low, like, Lily realizing that how many times Maeve had been, like, sort of brought down to their limit, would just, and, just a jerk reaction force Maeve, back in order to take the hit.
Oh, yeah.
Also, because, like, Lily's also, like, sort of soft-hearted when it comes to Maeve, because Maeve has a family.
So you're gonna get an attack of opportunity, Hardratha, against Shadow 4 as they move to flank Toby.
Alright, and
So yep, you hit it. Roll for massive damage.
Ooh.
You slam into it. Doesn't do doesn't do as much damage as you'd hoped. Attacking poor Toby with advantage now. Hits. Your strength is reduced by 2.
poor Toby.
Toby is very weak, struggling to lift his own equipment at this point.
I have to say something. Actually, where's my D20? I'm just curious. Just curious about something now. There it is. Go.
So Toby, I will let you choose because I'm trying something new here.
Okay.
You may either A, take a permanent injury, just flat out, and I will let you be stabilized, or You can roll to see if you resist the injury and start rolling for death save.
No, you say permanent injury, but could he get it magically healed depending on the injury event?
Yeah.
Okay.
But instead of rolling, I get to pick based on the situation. So it's like, oh, this is a shadow attacking, so obviously it's not going to, like, rip out his eye or something.
One-eyed Toei.
One-eyed Toby.
It's sort of like the... I don't know, it's a system I saw another DM use, and I'm like, that's actually pretty cool.
I'm gonna be interested in actually go with the permanent.
Alright.
Just to stabilize. And also not have to roll, and I have to reduce my strength again.
Yep.
Alright. So I'm gonna roll my d20 to see what kind of roll I get on for how Toby might be doing.
What is your strength at now? It went down by another 2.
It's a 4 now.
It's a fool.
Ooh.
Oof, I rolled a 2 as well on my d20.
Alright, so, Toby's at 0 hit points, but he now has a permanent limp. Your speed is reduced by 5 feet, and you must make a dexterity saving throw of a DC 10 in order to try to dash. If you fail, you fall prone.
Yo, it could literally be like, because he like has so low strength, when he fell, he like broke a bone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, the strength being
Yeah.
pulled away, his like leg kind of gives out, and he slams into the ground as these like shadows cackle over them. And you notice these shadows are now like pulling what like any bit of energy they can out of Toby. Maeve, you just saw Toby go
Why is it-
down from shadows
Why?
pulling his life energy away from him.
Why do I see that zombie meme from work?
Well, do I still have the D4 thing from the...
Yep, McFadden hasn't gone down yet, and it hasn't been
Hasn't been 10 turns yet.
get a +1.
I was about to say you wanted to roll a d4?
Actually, would that work for a spell?
Would that work for a spell? It works for any attack roll you're making, or any saving throw you have to make, including
Okay.
death saving
So,
throws.
for this one, I don't think I can edit to add the +1, so...
If you want so on the bottom where you see the big 0 next to the advantage and disadvantage,
Oh.
if you just click there
Yeah.
and put 1, it'll automatically add it to your next roll.
Okay.
So if you have it like,
I'm gonna
if you have
throw
any-
a firebolt.
Oh yeah.
hey,
So Maze holds out her hand, her fingertips being glowing like hot metal as it's coalesce a bolt of crimson fire and just streaks out of her hand right into the shadow.
For 2d10 fire damage.
It slams
made
into
me
this
so
thing.
mad at partially resistant.
Wait, what did you say?
It made me so mad, like, oh yeah, partially
Well,
resisted.
as you see it, it's almost like there's no air within this thing. So when the fire goes into it, it just gets snuffed out before quickly like burning the exterior. It's also very cold. All of you guys have been hit. It's ice cold to the touch. I
that's
should have
not
asked,
cool.
Maeve, you have any bonus actions you'd like to do?
Can I technically use something if it's... Okay. I'm confused. So, I just casted a spell, but technically this is a bonus action. Would I be able to use one of my curses if it's a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna mark Shadow 1 with Curse to the Mark. So, as a bonus action, you can mark a creature within 30 feet of you. Till the end of your turn, you roll an additional Hemocraft die whenever you deal right damage to the target.
Cool.
Okay.
Toby, you're on the ground. You're like unconscious, lucid state. You hear dark whispers and you feel your body moving and twitching against its will as it begins like jerking around. Everyone else, you see these like shadowy claws begin like forming out of Toby's hands as it's like starting to lift him up off the ground slowly.
I'm being possessed.
Odretha.
Can I tell what is is one of these shadows trying to take over Toby?
Both of these shadows seem to be like pulsing as much dark energy, and like as they're doing it, like small debris is getting like pulled into their form, like little like pieces of dust is like starting to coalesce around them, and like making these like unusual halo event horizon like things as they're just like forcing all this energy into Toby.
All right. Well, upon seeing this here, I'm going to cast a magic missile at Shadow 4.
Oh, hey. So you create your spectral daggers again.
Yep.
Fire them forwards. Just
Ooh.
slams into him for like 6 damage. Should have killed him. Did the damage not go through? Shadow 5. Right? Or you attack Shadow 4?
Shadow 4.
Shadow 4.
Yeah, no, the damage didn't go through. He's technically dead.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Hey, one shadow gone.
Yeah.
I'm keeping
Shadow
track of all
away
the
from
HP.
Toby.
So it's just it vanishes, and one of the spectral hands that are trying to like lift Toby up falls away. Anything else you can do?
I think that's about it.
Oh, wait.
Alright.
Lily.
So I want to do second wind, which is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So sort of like I imagine is like that's like a roar trying to pump yourself up as just like
Like somewhat of like a barbarian.
yeah.
As you do this, though, you feel your chakram pulse with energy, and for the next turn, you get an extra attack.
Oh.
A spectral chakram that like appears out of your cut hand, manifests itself, flickering into and out of existence. It does force damage, and it is magical.
Cool. That helps me. Give me a second. I have to do my healing first. As +1. Got 10. So 23. Okay. Well, the special one that I got can. So it just is it like my chakram? Just
It's like small.
one. So what is it? It's a D4.
Yeah,
Add anything to it or just D4?
this is a straight D4 damage.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna shoot that at the shadow 5.
Mm-hmm.
So. Do I have to roll a hit?
Yep.
So what would it be to hit? Whether it's just a
Your
D20?
charisma.
Your charisma? Cool. So +2. I rolled that one. It did not go through.
Just blinks out of existence.
Not can I throw my chakram at it? My actual one.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So I'm gonna do. Gotta protect Toby because I don't want Toby. I really like Lily has this thing like I can't let these people die. Maeve has a family. Maeve's gonna become a part of my crew. Toby, I don't want to get in trouble with the mafia.
I feel like later I might make a secondary character, put like Toby in the back line for story purposes. For literal story purposes, I have a plan for
It
this.
might be the stress or something. There's this. You throw out your chakram, it bounces off the walls, and you catch it back. Anything else you want to do? That's it.
I already did bonus action and action. I had 2 attacks. They both missed. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
McFadden is going to grab Toby and drag him away from the shadow, which breaks the other hold of the arm.
I'm
Shadow
being repressed.
Shadow 1 is going to move through Maeve, just walk right through Maeve, in order to flank Hardshratha with advantage.
Oh no, not you too.
Nat 20. 15 damage instantly as
I
this thing
will-
just
I will intercept it.
Oh, eh?
So 8 altogether. Yo, I just like see like I like look down and I just see a big red on.
Ardratha, mark down your current strength. It's reduced by 4.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh. Yo, I thought that was bad for me, but oh, honey.
Shadow 3 is going to try. Actually, no. Ignore that. It attacked itself. Not really. So, also, Maeve, you're used to fighting monsters. These monsters are working with an unusual amount of coordination.
Mm-hmm.
And that's attack with advantage, so roll again. Miss both times. So just tries to grab a hold of you, but Maeve moves back, or not Maeve, Lily moves back out of the way. Shadow 5 is just it doesn't care about anything. It just moves away from the. Hold up. Takes fire damage because it did start in your bonfire. So roll me that fire damage. Right.
Had it been getting it like for the last 2 turns? Because last turn it was also still there as well.
Oh. Yep.
And it.
Roll.
I'm not sure about the turn before that. I can't remember that much.
He cast it. You cast that last turn, correct?
No, it was like it was before Toby went down.
Before that.
Okay, so roll me 2 fire damages. 5 and 1, and then you get an attack of opportunity as this thing. It's just like tunnel vision on Toby as it begins moving away. Hit it.
Hey. Wow.
Just.
Hey.
This thing moves over and it just begins channeling its life into Toby. It takes a d12 unavoidable damage. Gold. Toby's body twists and turns and he leeches up as a shadow with 1 HP. Well, as technically a zombie with 1 HP, but it's being puppeted by a
Oh
shadow.
boy, we killed the Toby now.
Wait, where did Toby go?
So Toby's eyes are like shadow. Toby, you are completely aware of what you're doing and that your body is being moved against its will.
Right? So, like, what can I do now?
So you have the strength drain as your main attack, but it can do everything else you can do.
Oh dear. I'm
Um,
sorry. Yeah.
It can also technically detonate your body to make a black hole. I'm not going to do that to you. But technically, it could just be like, I detonate Toby as C4 and black hole.
Roll for new character. Either way, I'm gonna be rolling for a new character regardless.
Just like
I would recommend you do this,
Toby.
Toby. Maybe actually everyone I would recommend.
In reality, the only one that survives is Toby at the end of the
Toby
call.
survives, lives on as a shadow. Maeve,
He goes back. It's like I've seen some stuff, man.
Maeve, you see this shadow explode and then it just pours into his eyes. And when Toby's mouth opens, there's like a mini black hole in his mouth. Which is the attack I tried to get to work earlier that didn't. I get to use my big attack again. Maybe.
How fun. Would
Why
I
are there no
know
names?
what this creature is trying to do? Would I know what this creature is trying to do with Toby?
You hunt monsters. It is clearly his possessed and is puppeting his body. Like the person you
So-
first met.
How many words could an interaction be to tell McFadden something?
Pretty much like 25 words or less.
Okay.
It's like a quick, you're yelling something really quick.
Like, Doc.
Yeah, duck, run, dash. Or like a
Step
simple
back.
sentence.
Step back, he's possessed. Non-lethal damage. Just quickly yells at the detective.
You notice that McFadden is going to use his held action, pops open his revolver and puts in blunt crossbow bolts instead.
Why do I have a feeling of arrow? It was like the sucker punch arrow.
Anything else you'd like to do, Maeve? You still have an action bonus action.
Yes, I'm going to bonus action now mark Shadow 3 using the die that I have in my sword to amplify it, so now I will get advantage on my next attack roll on him.
Cool.
Which is going to
So
be
the
right
blood
now.
within your sword burns and boils into magic as it coalesces into your blade and it glows a red hue.
Ah, thank goodness for that advantage.
Yeah.
Slices right in. And it makes like a squealing noise as if it's like you're cutting hot metal.
Ah, fuck. Sorry, I just realized
That's the
something.
end of my turn.
What?
Like, I was thinking, like, here, like, oh, wait, we can't even leave if we want to.
Nope.
Well.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's the end of my turn.
Toby, you hear
Toby.
this dark, masculine voice compelling you. You can't necessarily make out what it's saying, but it's this very overwhelming, oppressing power. And like you feel your body begin like moving forward. McFadden is
Stranger danger.
not going to attack you. What spells do you have equipped?
I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, no, I know what I'm doing. You walk down here. I need Maeve, Lily Cook, Shadow 1, Shadow 2, and Hardratha all to make, what is it, dex saves?
What are you looking at?
Yep, dex saves.
Oh dear, I think I know what he's using.
Nice.
Nice.
I got it.
Not nice.
Nice.
Hey!
Alright, so, oh,
Of course!
so, he opens his mouth and a beam of concentrated gravity lightning shoots out. Who succeeded and who failed? Go
I
ahead.
got an 18.
I got a 21.
6.
Alright, so you succeeded, right? So you take half of 12, so you take 6 damage. Just tack that on. Hardratha, this bolt of lightning is infused with gravity, but you're able to like hunker yourself down in order to not get pulled in.
I get it full force.
You get a full force. The DC is 11.
Why
So
did
both
you
of-
love it?
Both of the
I
shadows
don't have high dex.
don't take any damage. Maeve gets blasted with a bolt of concentrated gravity
Oh my
lightning.
God.
As Toby opens his mouth and lets off this beam of lightning.
Oh no, this might be a TV.
Hardratha, you're up.
Alright,
You just saw Shadow Toby shoot a beam of gravity lightning.
Shout out Toby.
Alright, well, real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and pop my second win.
Oh, wait. So, you see this clock appear behind Toby, or behind Hardratha, and the hands go backwards as the damage is undone.
And
I love how
re-
I love
Okay,
the difference with
Trisha.
Hardratha and Lily, while Lily's like, ah, he's like, magic.
And let's see, I have to roll a 1d10 plus my fighter level, right?
Yep. I believe that's how it works.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh, wow!
Well, that's bad.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Great going. Great going.
Let's see.
Down to 17 damage.
Oh, that's so bad.
Well,
You go back in time, but not far enough. However,
And,
that does remove some strength damage. So you gain.
Wait, I
Two
did that
strength
too.
back.
How much do I get back then?
This is time magic.
Oh. What? He's using the fighter ability.
Because time magic.
It's the type of fighter he is. So, you gain 2 strength back from your lost strength.
Sorry, you can't see if I'm like aggressively like whipping the sleeves of my hoodie.
So yeah, no, he literally reverses time around him.
Oh, also for everyone that's watching, this is probably something may seem weird. We are using the also Unearthed Arcanas and Unearthed Arcana Revised.
I'm also using Matt Mercer's new book.
Yeah. So for anyone else watching, either like through stream or through YouTube, we are using other stuff, not just the basics.
Yep. So.
I know we already said that before, but I feel like, because I realized, oh wait, interception isn't a common thing for
Yeah,
fighters
interception
to
is
do.
not a common thing.
Time
magic is not a normal magic type. Toby getting
Blood
possessed.
Hunter isn't normal.
Blood Hunter, Arcane Cook,
Half Dragon actually is
Half Dragon,
Child.
McFadden's. Yeah, all of this is non-player hand. Oh no, take that back. Nope, not even Maeve, because Maeve is a
Blood Hunter.
Blood Hunter. Yep, nope.
Alright, and I'm gonna be attacking Shadow 1 with Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
Because, yeah. And, wow. Oh, that's great. And then, I don't think I do any damage to him with Green Flame Blade right now, but I think, one second, let me take a look here real quick.
I know with the spell Green Flame Blade, it jumps to the next closest enemy.
Yep.
They have to be within 5 feet of each other.
Yeah. Alright, so, never mind. So, it nothing happens. With the Green Flame Blade. It tries to bounce over Lily and just doesn't make it.
Psst. Lily Cook, you're up.
Alright,
There are 2 shadows and a Toby.
yeah, I
You
am
get 2 shadows and a
going
Toby.
to... I'm going to Shadow 3. Shadow 3, I am going to hit it over my walk.
Mm-hmm. Swing that damage.
And I don't think I have anything else really. Oh, no, that would be an action I'll use it one. Plus, he's technically not charmed or frightened. Never mind. Yep, nope. That's it. That's all Lily can do.
Okay. Splendid. Detective McFadden is going to call out, "Do you want me to take him down or no?"
Do it.
Lily, yeah.
Do it.
So he's going to use Careful Shot to get advantage on his hand crossbow.
He put 11 hits Toby.
He's trying so hard not to like mortally injure Toby that he ends up missing.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
He's gonna fire again.
And I missed. And I fired again.
They do the -5. They do the -5.
No, that's so the -5 is sharpshooter. This is where he loses all his speed and he gets advantage on both of his ranged attacks.
Oh.
And he uses a blunt bolt. It hits Toby upside of the head. You see an explosion of sand as Toby just gets knocked down and the shadow around him explodes away. So, no more gravity breath, Toby.
Thank you.
No more.
Oh, I'm glad.
Because I had a feeling he was gonna do one other thing too that may have ended this.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I will offer you the same thing. Do you want to take an injury, or do you want to roll a con save and then try to make death
Oh wait,
saves?
can I intercept it?
Oh yeah, you can intercept it.
Hey, and I get all of it.
She's like, not today, Satan.
You have to take the unconscious off of Maine.
I'm doing that now. So it goes to attack. Lily's like, no. Blocks the attack with malicious intent.
Well, on the bright side, they can't really do much if they possess me. Most of my stuff is used up except for one thing.
This
kinda
one's
in
gonna
the
make
same
a
boat.
shadow attack against Lily. It's gonna hit. It deals 11 damage. Your strength's reduced by 2.
Oh lord.
Miv.
Technically, we had a short rest when we were talking to the detective before we came here, right?
Correct.
So technically speaking, I have burning hands again.
Correct.
So technically, burn it.
So technically, fire.
This was the last thing I have other than just swinging my sword around. So accurate.
Would you like to empower your sword or your fire by burning hit die? It gets
would that
exponentially
work?
stronger. So for every hit die you spend, it increases the spell level by 1, and your burning hands range increases by 5 feet.
However, you won't be able to get your hits die until a long rest, and you'll get half as much.
Yeah.
Well, I have 1 hit die left, so this is the thing here.
I would save it if I were you, personally.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save it. 1, because we're not set up in a way that I would be able to use this properly without killing my party members. So I'm just trying to kill Shadow 3 and get him the heck out of here.
Okay.
So, can you make me a dexterity saving throw for him?
How does a 9 work?
Well, I don't know what the DC is anyways, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna fail it, so... Here you go.
Yep, it is done diddly deaded. You blast it with fire, and it just burns away the very essence, and you just hear a hushed whisper coming from it.
Was it something that I could process what it was saying, or be able to understand?
Not really. It was just an inaudible, like...
Okay. That's the end of my turn.
Toby's on the floor unconscious,
Toby's
dreaming
on the
of
floor
dark
unconscious.
shadow hands probing his brain.
Ardretha! Right? Toby is stable, correct?
Yep, he's just on the floor asleep.
Okay.
He'll be fine in an hour.
I'll be fine in an hour. I'm just hearing things right now.
And we drop out of initiative as the last shadow is destroyed as Ardretha brings this warhammer in. How do you want to destroy it? You want to crush the black hole inside of it? Do you want to
Yes.
blow the rest of its essence away?
Essentially, at this point here, I'm kind of just in do or die situation. So I'm putting all my might behind every strike I do.
Alright. So you flip your hammer and just smash with maximum effort. It hits into the small center orb that stabilizes the creature, and like an event horizon appears and it pulls in. You have to grip onto your hammer to prevent it from getting pulled into this well of gravity, and then you pull it back. And that is the end of initiative.
Yeah.
McFadden slumps against the wall, lets himself sit down for a moment. You guys gain loyalty with him because he took no damage that fight. You guys did your best to prevent him from...
Damn it, while we're sitting here struggling.
Yep.
I am so glad you did not use Cloud of Daggers on them.
Yeah, at this point here, I just kind of fall back and kind of sprawl out on the floor.
Everyone, get in the corner. Well, I can Well, I guess, detective, if you want, I'll be cooking up some of that, meat I got.
Mm-hmm.
We won't be able to leave unless, we won't be able to leave, and the best thing we can do is hunker down for a moment.
So you guys want to take a rest?
And, like, at this point, you're seeing, like, I think even with Lily, like, Lily's just, like, even struggling, like, to sort of stand up a little, because, like, she's so big, it's like, oh, God, I feel so, well, old dragons, I feel weak.
Toby's just there, just completely out. Just hearing.
I'm just like, I'm just gonna like come over, pick Toby up, and move him over where he's just kind of like leaning into the corner.
Yeah.
Where he's kind of like just sitting up into the corner.
So for a DC 15, you can cook a gourmet meal over your short rest. Which they regain 1 extra hit point per hit point spent. So pretty much their hit points are doubled
Okay, so real quick.
when they expend hit die.
So wait, real quick. I'm assuming we all gonna do a rest real quick.
Yeah.
Most
Definitely. McFadden starts going around and like picking up his bolts, seeing which ones are working.
Oh, I've been messing up my my proficiency's been actually +2, not +3. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't even notice.
So what do I have to roll in order? Like,
It is a tool check, so it's so I found out tool checks use intelligence. Plus your proficiency, but you have expertise, so you're double proficient.
did I do expertise with my tools?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
As a cook, at 3rd level, you get expertise in your cook's tools.
Did I? Oh. See. Oh. Okay.
So,
Is it extra? I'll have to look at it more. I guess I didn't. See
so pretty much the minimum you need to roll is an 8. The max is a 15. If you roll a 15,
What? Maybe?
No,
Wow.
James is not.
my
our lovely
display fell
DM
down behind me.
knocked into the thing that has dice and the player handbooks set up.
So rolling D20.
So D20 plus. You said intelligent. It can't be anything else. 'Cause I'm a cook?
Intelligence plus your plus your proficiency.
It can't be like what? Okay.
Tools are all based off intelligence.
But like I'm an arcane cook. It's.
I mean, you've been
It's
rolling.
wisdom.
You've been rolling fantastic before.
I rolled when I tried to save Toby from shadows. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
No, I mean for your cook checks.
We'll see.
So you're double proficient, and it's plus your intelligence.
Okay, so
Minimum
plus
8,
5.
maximum 15.
So I need to roll minimum 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you manage that?
We'll see. Hey, I rolled minimum. Oh, it didn't go through. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Didn't go through.
It rolled a 20 that time though.
I'll believe you.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
Of course it goes through now.
well, there you go. It's a 15.
I had
It
a
still
nat
works.
20 though.
It doesn't like once you pass 15, it doesn't do anything.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So Lily sits down and starts cooking a gourmet meal up.
Oh, okay. So, while Lily is cooking.
good thing the bonfire's still there.
Oh yeah. With your bonfire
Right.
there. Are you guys ready for what Lily's gonna be cooking? Lily's gonna look at me. I hope you guys like. I'm sorry, God. All I have is doppelganger on me right now. I hope you don't mind. She's just cooking up a large chunk of
We're having
doppelganger.
doppelganger for dinner tonight.
Let's see. However, because I am a monster masher,
Mm-hmm.
there's something else you get from it. So what do we get from? Because I rolled a 15.
So whoever spends hit points, you get double that. For every hit die you spend, you get double the HP you roll, plus whatever her cook bonus is for being an arcane cook.
Oh, okay.
She's the ultimate downtime support class. What is everyone else
So-
doing on your rest? You're spending hit die. You're gonna be
Yep.
looking around.
So
Yeah.
it was just a monstrosity as is tag.
Mhm.
Okay. So everyone, we all have advantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws against magic.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay then.
That would have been kind of nice to have when you came in here, but
What happens if I have 4 strength now?
Because I want to save my freaking hit die, I'm going to drink my
Everyone
potion
gets
of
4
healing
strength
that
back
I
from
have.
your missing strength over the rest.
Oh, yay!
Does your second wind come back on a short rest?
Yes, it does.
Hardratha?
Yes, it does.
It does.
So you see
Action
Hardratha's
surge
time.
and-
So you see a spectral version of Hardratha just step into his normal self.
Toby doesn't see this, but
Yeah, no, Toby, you're dreaming of evil things, and then you come back with 1 HP.
I have a question. Does
I come back with how much HP?
1.
does McFadden actually eat it?
He eats it very carefully.
But it says it's a gourmet. How do you feel?
I will roll.
What do you think?
What is your charisma bonus?
It's a +2.
Alright, so I'll roll this with a +2. You got a 20. Yeah, he actually secretly loves now eating doppelganger. You've introduced this man to his new favorite food.
Favorite food is now doppelganger.
Alright. So,
Yeah,
Toby, you can roll hit die if you want.
Yep, I'm gonna have to.
Whatever you roll, double it because you eat the gourmet meal.
Oh my god, I didn't find out. Does my morsels come back on a short rest?
So, do I get a 12 back?
It's technically be
So you
14.
you get 14 back.
14 back?
Mm-hmm.
So I
So
gotta roll.
I don't want to use my last hit die, but I do have a potion of healing.
Mhm.
How do I apply that?
You would just you would burn your potion of healing. So I'd roll the 2d4 plus 2.
Can you actually give us the short rest thing so my thing get resetted? My morsels and stuff?
Oh yeah, let me do that.
Would
Huh.
that double for me as well, or no? Because of the
No.
food? Okay.
There you go. Everyone took a short rest. Your initiatives are cleared out.
Okay, I think I'm
Currently standing at best is Hardratha, who's completely healed.
I'm about to go through in a moment. I'm trying to think. I was making notes. I forgot I was making notes of.
I'm sitting here debating if I want to use my second hit die or not.
Actually, on the long rest, seeing that Maeve isn't like looking too hot, here. I swear it's not the blood of the doppelgangers, but it should help you feel a little better, because we're probably gonna end up fighting it again, especially if it costs whatever.
You act like I haven't had to eat monsters before.
I was just more so saying it's not blood you're about to drink. I was trying to be nice. It's a nice, refreshing orange juice.
Blood hunter. I'm worried that you're gonna be drinking blood. What?
Yeah, hello, it me.
Look, Lily just trying to be.
The monster hunter of this group.
You have 5 temporary hit points.
Woo!
Those 5 temporary hit points will go a long way. That's like a whole attack negated.
Yeah.
Actually, look around. Look, I made up some stock up in my food right now, but I have some smoky chops that'll help. The chops will help you, like, in case there's any poison or if there's any cold damage, because those things are pretty cold if you want it, resistant. But I'll say hold off until we exactly go out. Or if you want some my juices, they can give you a little extra. Does anyone want either or I can wait till we continue on? The smoky chops, I'll say wait till we start, right before we continue heading through. But I can give you the invigorating juices now. Well, actually, I would do that. No, I lied. Invigorating juices actually last minute. I would do that before we head off. Is when I give that to Maeve.
People
I'll
can use their
ask-
tools on short rests if anyone has any to do anything.
I was going to say, I would ask someone who doesn't have armor, because I'll put mage armor on them.
I think you're the only one who doesn't wear armor.
The 7.
I'm going to spend, over the short rest, I'm going to spend some time studying my spell book and recovering some of my spell slots.
Okay.
Just to let you know how your gourmet food works. So your final hit point count is doubled.
Oh.
So it would be 22 and 24.
Oh!
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And if you're a bard doing Song of Rest and cooking, you could pretty much get a
Wait,
long rest worth of heals.
The 7 plus 7 is 14, so that'd be the 18. 8 plus 8.
I'm gonna cast False Life on myself then.
Alright. How long does false life last for?
An hour.
Ah, pretty cool.
I'm gonna give my healer's kit that I have to the detective
Alright.
and just say, I'm cutting it really close, so I'd rather you hang on to this and actually be able to use it.
Alright, so he takes the healer's kit. Does anyone want to explore on this floor? There's stairs going up and stairs going downstairs.
I do. I would just do a little exploration.
There's 4 doors. Which door do you want to go into? Just like move your token.
Probably the one near me up here near the top.
Alright. So you're just gonna open the door to look in?
Yep, just.
How is my...
So it's a long hallway. There's dust along this whole hallway. Give me a perception check. Yes. 15. Alright, so you hear some noises coming from this door right here. But as our players are finishing up their short rest, so too we must take a rest. Do not touch that dial, dear viewer, and stay tuned as the perilous adventures of the Silverpool Chronicle team continues in a moment. Welcome back, our dear viewers. Where we last left our treacherous team, they had just fought their way through a small horde of shadowy creatures from the Beyond Realms. The party has taken a short rest and have consumed some gourmet doppelganger meat, prepared by the one and only Lily Cook. We now reconvene with our mighty heroes as they begin to explore the first level of Garrison A13. Sound off if you alive.
Hi, it's me.
I was gonna say, and the
I did the
silence
stuff.
begins.
Hello.
I cooked the doppelganger. And I made a detective who was like, how dare you, they're a humanoid, and be like, I love this now.
This is secretly my new meal.
So, the new book came through. I had to reload. But we now have all the Matt Mercer Critical Role stuff, so woo.
Nice.
Hardratha was looking down this hallway. The torches
You have
have
to
all
reopen
been...
the map.
Oh, I have to reopen the map?
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
I don't think he's here currently.
Yeah.
Rusty is dead. Rusty.exe
R.I.P.
stopped working.
He
I
did.
love how when we were on break, we had mad viewers. And then everyone left.
We said don't turn the dial. Wow.
Like, our views went up as we went on break, and then they're just, like, all kind of left. That's okay. I don't do it for the views. I do it because I love to run D&D. Maeve is still dying, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, because you can't use her.
What?
Welcome
Oh,
back.
welcome
You're
back.
alive now.
Yeah, sorry.
So,
It's all good.
Hardratha specifically needs to go and turn on the Wildmount stuff.
The what?
We can do that after stream.
Fair. Oh, it might crash.
No,
Nope.
no.
Maybe. This is working.
Yep.
This is why I
Yeah.
said do it after stream.
It kind of did it itself.
Yeah, I came back in. I
had to
came
load
back
it
and I
in.
was like disconnected, so.
But did you load it into this campaign already?
No.
Okay. We should be gooch then. We should be gooch.
There's an update for Fantasy Grounds, and it was like, you were going to update now. Okay, so, this hallway before you, filled with dust and extinguished torches. You can hear noise coming from this door. I will put an exclamation mark token.
Can you load the map up again, please?
He had to rejoin. So.
Greetings, players, and welcome perilous journey that has been set before you by the malevolent.
Why am I upside down and how do I fix it?
I don't
You
know.
just
There we go.
Scroll it. It's just like
break dancing.
that's what I was doing earlier. You
Alright,
There we go.
are we ready?
can do that to anyone.
Ready as I'll ever
Yep.
be.
Except
Alright,
Detective
so
McFadden.
exclamation mark, Hardratha, you hear what might be voices or maybe it's just rushing wind. It's hard for you to exactly tell coming from the other side of that door.
I am actually going to bring that up to Detective McFadden.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be like, I just like kind of lean over. It's like, I hear noise coming from the first door on the left, right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to slowly creep over.
Oh, so he's gonna follow along with you. 22. This is new initiative count. Everyone, can you reroll for initiative? Not because we're in combat, but because I want to just know when people go.
Yep.
Never fails. The other thing, did you guys increase your strength up by 4 points back to your closer to your
Oh
normal?
my god, Toby's first this
Yeah.
time, and I did, yeah.
The detective is first
literally
with the
went up.
22, but
I meant like out of
oh
us.
boy. Okay. So, Hardratha, you creep up to the door. Detective in tow.
Yep, I'm going to creep up and slowly open it.
Alright. As you open the door, I need you to make a dex save. $15. So, you take half of 7, which is 3. You take 3 bludgeoning damage as you open this door, and it's like maybe a trap or something was put there, as like a bunch of like books and stuff come crashing through the door. You jump out of the way as it hits you. The area is difficult terrain, but with inside you see a fairly nice guest quarters with beds, and there's some civilians hiding in here. A few like children, and there's this like older lady in there who's like telling them like, hush, be quiet. And she's trying to like peer around. It's dark, pitch black in the room, except for like a small candlelight which she's holding, and she lifts up to try to see what's going on out in the hallway. And that's when she
I
notices
just kind of,
you.
I just kind of wave at them like, hello.
You were almost destroyed by knowledge. How do you feel?
So
Very
what do you say? She actually kind of cowers from you.
She kind of what?
She's
Cowers.
kind of cowering, trying to like make herself small. She doesn't know that she failed her stealth check. You see her and all the other kids. You see the old lady and the kids. There's also a wounded soldier in the corner who's looking very worse for wear. He didn't even try to hide. He's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
They think they're him.
I'm gonna be like, hey, it's all right to come out. The door to the way to get out's been cleared.
Oh, she's like, are you with the City Watch?
I
We
just
have
kind of bring
badges,
over
guys.
the detective.
We have badges. Remember, we got little
Yeah,
badges.
I show her the badge that the detective gave me.
Who's right behind you?
The detective is also over there. He calls up, ma'am, it's fine.
Yep.
Come on, quickly. Take the people out and stay within the first entry room. The door is currently sealed, but as soon as we find a way to open it, run and get help. And the old lady gets up and shuffles over. Harjatha, you've been to many places, so you immediately recognize a knowledge cleric of the sovereign host when you see one. They're more teachers and professors than clerics, but they value like knowledge above all else. Probably this is like her class. They were coming to visit the garrison whenever the catastrophe that was here happened. She has like human children mainly. There's an elf girl. There's a gnome who's just absolutely stuck in a book. You can't tell if this is a gnome child or just like a normal gnome because they're exceptionally short. He has a small floppy wizard's hat on and a robe, and he's just following behind a nose in a book. And they begin coming out. Maeve, you see this older lady, probably in her like 50s, come out with like this string of children, and they're like heading up front. She's like, "Oh, thank you very much. May the sovereign host bless upon you," and heads off. Out to
Maeve
the
just
main door.
nods.
Do we hear them when they go past the doors?
Once they go past these doors, no, they're silent. Do you want to check the room for anything else? There's a bleeding guard in the far bottom
I'm
right corner.
I'm gonna like go in and see if I can inspect him, inspect his wounds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also if he knows what happened.
Alright, so before you do that, Toby, what are you doing? You see all these kids run by. Head out the main door.
No, head out to the main door.
Head out to the main door.
Yeah.
Move my good old exclamation mark of power around.
Power. To be honest, Toby's gonna stay put and try to recollect himself
That way.
because of the stuff he was hearing from his mind. It's like, oh no, not this again.
Maeve, what would you like to do?
She's currently just kind of waiting around for everyone, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Lily, how about you?
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look down this way. Toby, stay with the main. That's what Lily said, and I'm gonna look down this way.
Oh. So you look in, it's like a barracks. There are injured guards, there's like piles of dust laying around. No danger that you can see. There are no abnormally dark shadows.
How many guards are in here?
There are 2 dead guards at
Oh,
the
okay.
far end on their beds. Well, they look dead, they're not moving.
I mean, like,
And then there's like dust scattered all around this room.
howdy, are you okay? I'm with the deputy.
No response.
I'm slowly walk down and check on them.
Alright, you gonna do a medical check?
Yeah.
Alright, Hardratha, you roll your medical check for the live guard that you have that's badly injured. And
I roll 2 for the.
then you roll medical checks for these guys.
Don't forget that you have a healer's kit, Sai, that has 10 uses.
Thank you.
Also, the detective has mine.
Alright.
14 and 5. So I got 16 and 5.
Alright, so, Hardratha, you come up to the guard. You notice that he has injuries very similar to the ones that Toby has. The strength sapping power has pretty much pulled away all his ability to move. He's like sitting in the corner. His armor is so heavy that it's like bruising him. And he's not really able to move under the weight of it. He's like delirious, coming in and out of consciousness, but if he's given a good amount of medical attention, he will be fine. So you can expend 1 use of the medicine, the healer's kit, to stabilize him long enough to get like proper medical healing. But that's one of your charges used up.
Well, I don't have it.
The detective.
Oh, the detective does.
The
And yeah, the
detective has it.
detective would prioritize his people over other stuff. So yeah, he burns one of your uses and like bandages him up, and begins to question like, "Oh wow, what happened here? What's going on with all this?" And guards somewhat delirious. She's like, "A woman with birds and animals barged in here. She cut through us with no problem. Bolts of dark energy came from her fingertips, and out of the dead, these shadowy creatures arose." Maeve, your medical, or not Maeve, Lily, your medical check shows that both of these guards are very much in fact dead. Their skin is like cold and pale, like abnormally cold. There's no color in their eyes either as you're checking them. But there's no physical wounds.
I'm actually gonna take my chakram and Lily, like, seeing that they're actually dead, will take the chakram and I sort of like push down the disconnector head from their body so that way they can't be reanimated.
You notice that there's no soul for it to interact with. Not even like lingering energy of it. So you behead both of these guards.
Yeah, so that way they keep. And there's a door over here.
Yep.
Can I open it?
It's like a shower room. There's no one in here. The floor actually like still slightly damp. There's like drains. Give me a perception check. For hearing. I don't know if you have any buffs to that.
I don't think so. I think it's
just smell.
Yeah. 14.
14. You hear like voices coming from the drain, possibly connecting to like some room downstairs, but it's hard to make out what it is.
Slowly close the door and head back to the party.
Ardretha, would you like to do anything else?
And then we'll close the door right here and and like out of respect.
Essentially, as the detective is talking to this guy, I'm actually gonna come over and check out this door right here.
As it opens it up, it's to a fully stocked kitchen. Actually, one of the chefs have been stabbed with their own kitchen knife and lays on this counter towards the bottom wall. There's actually still like food boiling and cooking away in here. Most of it's like burnt because no one's been attending it. There's like a pot of water. Most of the water's been boiled away.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go in and turn the stove off.
Alright, so you quell the fire. You have prestidigitation?
I do not.
I have it.
She has it. You have control flames, so you can extinguish the flames using that.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll do that then.
So yeah, you extinguish the flames. There's actually a decent amount of like light in here. Once you extinguish it, it gets pretty dim. There's a window in this room, so it's like the lowering sunlight is streaming in here slightly. But yeah, that's what you see. Maeve, would like to do anything? You're just gonna hang out.
Again, she's just gonna kind of hang around.
Same with Toby, I'm assuming.
Conserve energy. Yeah.
Wait till
Conserving energy.
I'm gonna wait till the other two come back before I tell them the information I gathered.
Ardretha, the detective is gonna bring out the injured guard. He's kind of like carrying him now, stripped of his armor.
Yeah. Alright, when I see the detective come out, I'm gonna move down and rejoin everyone.
So he's gonna just move out here, drop out the guard, tell people to take care of him.
You gotta find anything other than those people?
The detective.
I found.
Go ahead.
I found a dead cook in the kitchen.
I found two dead soldiers. Detective, I'll let you know this now. I cut their heads so that way that the shadow, since you can possess bodies, I wouldn't want them to get controlled again. Especially if we're gonna go against whatever it is.
The detective scowls at you.
Would you rather that, like, I did that, or would you rather have to deal with fighting them and doing more injury to them? Or for their body to even explode?
There's still more people. There's still people at the end of the day. They deserve respect.
That's why I did that, so they wouldn't get taken control of.
He just grunts.
But I did hear in the shower like voices. It seemed to be coming from below.
Yeah, there's a storage basement. There's storage and archives downstairs.
I think that may be where we need to go. How you all doing? I mean, not like we exactly got a way to get out of here. Just through the big door with the big arcane lock on it.
Right.
Well.
Why are you talking so small?
Well, the main thing we gotta do is find whatever is generating the lock and stop it.
All of my Arcana people can make Arcana checks.
not proficient in that. Can I do it, or?
I mean, you can try.
Got 12.
Toby wins yet again. After
Wait,
die.
wait. Hardratha didn't go yet.
Hardratha, yeah.
Oh wait. Come on, try to one up me. Try to one up.
Ooh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Nope.
Nope.
Alright, so, Toby, a spell like this would either have to be triggered by a rune, a ward, or some sort of zone magical effect. So those would be like the three things it would be good to look for. Or maybe the caster is still here and was able to see the location somewhere.
Right. So I'll relay the information to them saying there might be a few areas. There might be a few areas, like, if there may be, see into this room. Or it could be triggered by something else.
Well, I mean, there's that room at the end of the hall.
This, hold up, I'll move the exclamation mark. This room down here?
Yeah.
I'll just reveal it. The detective will let you know that this is just another entrance and exit.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Save you guys the time of exploring it all out. This is exactly a mirror the same as the other one. It's also locked.
Well,
with the same spell.
So,
This doesn't have dead guards on that side.
It just have 6 cards.
so there possibly a ward or a zone or a trigger for this within this vicinity. Yep, sorry.
No, detective, you know this place better than any of us. Maeve, I don't know how much you guys saw in this place before we met up, but you let us know where we need to go.
The detective speaks up. He's like, well, there's 2 barracks on the first floor. One for rookies and one for my personal elite guard. I see you checked the rookie room. We could check the elite barracks. There's also the mess hall in here and a few storage areas.
Well, the original place I was heading was the window that was across from where you were shot.
That would be upstairs, a few floors up. There's also a basement downstairs with the archive room.
I would say
Now, well, the next thing is, do we want to try to figure out this problem quicker so that way these people can get out and then look, or... Because now we have civilians here.
yeah, we got civilians, but at the same time,
Yeah, we need to get them out.
yeah.
Me? Detective? Thoughts?
Detective, he's like, well, the civilians seem safe here for now. We need to check to see if there's any more civilians. That's my top priority, is protecting my people.
Dave just kind of nods, agreeing with the detective on that.
I say we spread out, figure out if there's any more people on this floor that needs to be rescued, and then go from there.
Alright.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna come down and shut down here.
Where's the other rooms that you said? Other places?
Through this door up here goes to the mess hall. Off the mess hall is actually a storage room where we keep equipment and weapons. Over here we have a small office section. The rookie rooms are down here. There's also 2 locker rooms off the side. And the elite rooms is where Hardratha is about to go into.
Well, I'll go to the mess hall. I called out in there. I didn't look at all the doors, but they didn't seem... There's only 2 dead bodies at the end of it.
But, so, Hardratha, the elite room opens up. There are some well-armored guards pinned to the wall with quills. If you go in and you look around, this is a shower room. there are the guards pinned to the walls in here, and these are locker rooms that you can go and explore.
I'll go and look in the locker rooms.
Oh, Lily. You're gonna go into the mess hall?
Yep.
So, mess hall opens up. You push it open easily. It looks like there was guards in here eating at the time of the attack. There are quills pinning down certain guards. There are also dust on the floor where there's certain like meals. There's even like dust in the meal itself.
I'm gonna look specifically at the guards that were pinned.
Maeve, you joining anyone? You just resting?
She's currently just following her Dratha.
Okay. Toby?
Toby's actually gonna go this door over here.
Okay. McFadden will take care of the locker rooms for the rookies. So, as you enter into the elite room, Hardratha, it is way colder in here than the rest of the barracks so far. It's also abnormally magically dark.
Oh.
Even with light, the max you get is 10 feet of dim light around you at most. It's not the most powerful darkness you've ever seen, but the light is just pulled away. It's frigid in here. If you spend too long, you may think you might start taking cold damage and levels of exhaustion from how cold it is. It's like stepping into a freezer.
Alright.
The first locker area itself that you're in just has like basic equipment and stuff. There's you can roll an investigation check to look through the stuff. Oh, Maeve, yes, you come in here. You see the quills. They look organic. That are pinning these guards into the wall.
Do I recognize what these quills could be from? If it's from a monster that I might be able to recognize?
Give me a nature check.
Nature?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. The wounds and the loud voices is just clouding everything.
Yeah, you look at it. You might have ran into something similar to this before. It's hard to tell. But these quills are like large, easily 1.5 feet long and about 4 inches wide, and they pierce right through armor like nothing. Alright, so Hardratha, your investigation check. You find, and I'm just gonna throw this right into your inventory. You find the following. 2 daggers that have the crest of the warden's crest on it. So the ball and chain connecting to the gavel. You find also a potion.
Can I identify what kind of potion it is?
You can, sure. I mean, how about would you do that?
What was that?
How abouts would you go about figuring out what this potion does?
Identify spell?
Yeah. So you cast your identify spell. Where did the potion go? It's a potion. It reveals itself as a potion of gaseous form. It's actually marked contraband on it. Drinking it will turn you pretty much, well, it's like the gaseous form spell, but in a chemical version.
Alright, and then once I get done here, I'm going to move down to the second room.
I will jump back up to Lily. You moving around in the mess?
I'm gonna check the two guards pinned.
Pinned? Yep, it has these large spiked quills.
Do I recognize them?
Make me a nature check.
I got 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen a child of Kyber that's covered in quills, and it has the ability to shift and move and shake, and it explodes these quills off it in a cloud around it. The creature is large and fast and is a dangerous hunter. The quills themselves are poisoned, and when you get stabbed by it, it instantaneously paralyzes you. It's a vindictive creature. It often lets you bleed out before eating you. But
since I know it's poison, like it's paralyzed, are these guards still alive? Can I check?
check.
Yeah.
Medicine check. And then I'm gonna jump over to Toby.
How many are in here?
There are 2 guards.
13, 7.
You just needed the 1 roll.
Okay.
You check. No, they've bled out a while ago. So Toby, the office.
I'm gonna take a quill.
You open it up, and I'm assuming you walk in. You have a light
Yes.
spell on, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
So you have the light spell on, it glows out. As you open this door, there is a live civilian hiding under the table. On further inspection, it's not a civilian at all, but rather a rookie recruit who has doffed all their armor and have taken to hiding over fighting. He peeks out and then pulls himself back and like pushes himself up against the desk as he's like, there's more monsters out there. He's holding a penknife. It probably does like 1 damage at most, plus his dex. White knuckled holding it, waiting to see what's gonna happen.
I just reassure him, saying, there's nothing out here right now. Just the captain and my party.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yeah. This dude is like terrified. 21, yeah. You convince him. He's like, are you sure? I gotta get out of here. Quick. He runs out, making sure to grab his coin purse off the floor, which he must have dropped and he's taking off his armor. As he like runs out, you just hear as like the coins clink together as he's like attaching it to his belt, and he bursts out this door and runs out of your field of view. You guys hear someone running and the clinking of coins, especially Maeve. Maeve's like super perceptive. You can almost smell the fear off this guy.
Smell the fear.
Oh, goodness.
I can smell it.
So, Ardratha, coming into this room, you notice a rift. Similar to the weird spatial warping that you found in the office of the detective in here. Do you have light on you? That's my second question.
Yes, I do.
So, as the light begins entering the area, the whole thing begins destabilizing and falling apart. The cold begins retreating as this like rift warps as the light touches it, twisting it and moving it, and eventually it vanishes and the room goes back to a normal size.
Huh.
So when you entered, the room was 5 times as long as it was originally. And now it's back to its normal length. And the cold begins retreating away.
Okay. And with that gun, I'm gonna look about the room.
There's just a basic equipment room. There's spears all lined up. There's crossbows and arrows
Okay.
lined up. Nothing necessarily out of the ordinary, except for this rift that has since destabilized. Maybe you also see the rift. And you notice that the light, as it touches it, destabilizes it as it warps and changes. Okay. So,
Alright. And after that, I'm gonna just move back into the mustering hall.
alright. Lily, doing anything else? Joining back with the rest of the party?
Is there anything else I noticed in here?
Not really, no.
I'm gonna go and check this door over here.
So you open this door and it leads into a offshoot storage room. It has like suits of armor and stuff in there, books, handcuffs, all the basic essentials. There's actually like a few wands laying on the table.
I'm gonna step in and see. I'm gonna grab the wands.
So there are 2 just casting focus wands. They aren't like imbued with any innate magic.
No, I'm gonna put them back.
Ah.
I was going to see if there's anything useful.
You've like touched magic items. You can feel like their hum if they're actually like charged.
Anyone in here? That's just what Lily calls out. See.
You hear like something rattle around at the call of your voice.
I'm here with the detective. I'm part of to get any civilians or anything out of here.
Mm-hmm. You just hear like rattling around in this back room.
I'm gonna go investigate.
So as you move out, a white-eyed raven sits there, turns into a flash of magic as it flies towards you, and it conjures into an arrow. Give me a dex save. Or you can use your
Interception.
interception. I'll let you use that too.
I'll use my interception. Yeah.
Alright, roll.
Like, what do I have to roll? Like, how much damage?
Roll your interception, and if you negate the damage, you won't take any damage.
7.
7.
Yeah.
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 You just block this arrow, and as you like block it and it hits the ground, it just vanishes as fast as it appeared, and the bird's gone. If you investigate the room, it looks like this bird was going through all of the. There's like filing cabinets back here. It was just going through everything. There's papers thrown all about.
So I was looking for something in particular.
Apparently.
I'm gonna grab my chakram
Mm-hmm.
and slowly make my way back out. Like as Lily like enters out, like she's more in like a somewhat hunched, like ready to duck if need to, with like chakrams like just slightly spinning in hand. Howdy. I know what's the quills. We got something of Kyber dealing with as well here.
Toby's like, if you're gonna be like, well, that would explain why I was hearing voices in my head.
I don't know exactly what it is. It's a child of Kyber. It's big, it's fast, and it shoots out quills. They're poisonous and they'll paralyze you. But don't worry, it won't kill you right away. It likes its victim to bleed out before killing it. But my question is, like, what exactly... The problem here, though, is, like, if there's a child Kyber here, that means there's someone able to control it.
Well, inside the room, we came across a spatial rift, much like the one that was in the closet at the detective's office.
The detective's like, none of you told me about a rift in my office.
I didn't
Yes,
see
we
it,
did.
sir. No, we didn't, because it was his closet. No one mentioned it.
Honestly, with all the chaos, a few details might have been missed.
Also, there was a raven in there. It was looking through the filing cabinet for some type of information.
Raven?
The type of raven that was hunting me down. Similar, wide-eyed, and it shot at me. I flew it off, but it apparently was going through some filing cabinets. There's papers all messed in there. I don't know exactly what it was looking for, though.
That's disconcerting. Are we heading up or are we heading into the basement? What's the next call?
Well, if we heard voices in the basement, there might be survivors down there.
Or there might
Right.
be,
Yeah.
Jester to the
Or
lock.
might be fight.
Or there might be a rat down there. Because if that raven was here, then that rat is probably still here.
I thought it got decimated by your, from what I heard about a dragon breath.
Oh yes, that one, the one that kind of almost blew you guys away. Sorry about that in advance.
So you're heading downstairs?
Who leading?
I'll go first.
I'll follow behind you.
So, for Dratha, I opened up a new area if you go down to the left.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Lily next.
Yep. I removed myself.
Toby or Maeve next?
Probably Toby.
Toby.
No.
Maeve, and then the detective's going to take up the rear. As you enter in, you notice... Not that one. What are you? As you enter in, Cardratha, and then May, then Toby, and I think Maeve won't fit down here yet. Nope, she will. The detective's the only one who isn't technically in the basement. He is still on the second floor on the stairs. As you enter down, you see this large, burly, bloodied, shirtless human. He's rather handsome looking, but he has this large axe in his hand. It's just covered in blood. As he turns and snaps, he's just babbling to himself. He's like, I gotta protect her. I gotta protect her. I gotta protect her. She needs to be saved. And there's a gem you immediately recognize. A hexagon piece of amber with a teardrop in it, embedded in his forehead, with like cracked veins of ember growing into his like face.
Wait, who recognizes this?
Hardratha does, because he actually has one in his inventory.
Oh.
Purple gemstone, which is crying amethyst. He has one exactly like that. There's also, you see faint quills growing out of his arms and skin. Very reminiscent to smaller versions of the bigger quills that were found upstairs. But he looks crazed, but he's not hostile yet.
Can he actually see us?
Yeah, he's acknowledging. He turns and looks as you guys come down the stairs. What do you guys want to do?
And what are these things behind us?
The
Behind us?
H's?
Yeah.
Those are humans in these cells in a wall.
Do they look... What do they look like?
They look like civilians. They don't look shadow touched. They don't look void touched.
I'm gonna move to the other side of Hardratha. I already have my chakram in hand. Can I smell anything down here?
You smell blood reeking off of this guy.
Anything else?
You also smell old paper and water.
Right, I move so the detective can take it down.
Yeah, right now I'm just going to prepare an action where if this guy becomes hostile, I want to try to run in and restrain him.
He's like, Who are you? Why are you here? She did not say you could be here.
Who is she?
My loved, the betrothed. She said, stand here. Keep people from hurting the people. You are here to hurt them. Take them. He begins like lifting his axe, agitated.
No, we actually ain't. We're not here to hurt anyone. We just investigating. We just doing our typical patrol. Gotta look around, make sure all's alright.
Roll me a persuasion check.
We're here to make sure people are safe.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna look most in the bag.
Should
Like, you see
Can I
bag?
assist?
Oh, hey.
Sure.
You want me to assist?
Sure.
And I'm gonna like motion to like the bag. Like, look, we just doing our duty. We ain't trying to do any trouble.
Cool.
So do I have advantage?
Yeah, you get advantage.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, thankfully I got that 20.
You needed that.
He looks. He's like. He's like breathing like heavily as like the axe is like pulsing. He like grabs his head as like the crystal pulses.
Can I at least come over and just check your wound? You're bleeding a lot, sir. That's all. I'm gonna put my chakram away, like pulling up hands.
The betrothed says to kill you, but you serve no purpose to harm.
Can I at least just come and check your wound for you, honey? That's all I want to do. Cause you're bleeding a lot.
You want to step forward? You can step
I'm
forward.
gonna take a step forward with hands out. Like.
The detective calls down. What's going on down there?
So.
Maeve is gonna kind of talk up to him and explain what she can see, because I'm assuming that she can kind of peek around the corner to see what's happening.
I'm gonna, as I move forward, I'm gonna like look at her Dratha and try to do a look like. Can I mouth like? Yeah, like you. Actually, I'm gonna say that like, right? Like first I look at her Dratha, right? We just here to help, right?
Yes, we are here to help.
Alright. How bigger does this guy look? How much bigger than me does he look?
He looks abnormally large for a human. He is bordering the large category. And as you're getting close, you notice like most of his cuts and bleeding wounds are from like quills growing out of him at weird angles.
Do you like food, honey?
Food is good.
I got some food to share with you. Also, I just made it. It's nice and fresh and it should help you with your wounds.
He kind of agrees. Every now and then you see this like crystal on his head pulse, and you're like,
Okay.
cow.
So I'm gonna give him a smoky chop. I'm also gonna give myself a smoky chop.
Oh, yeah.
So while this may make him also immune to it, but like I'm gonna use it for myself real quick.
Oh, eh?
So let's do that. How do I do that?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the food?
He just eats it. He eats it like he's eating it without tasting. He's just
Did
wrapping.
he drop his axe?
No, it's like fused to his hand. Like he's not like letting it go for like anything. Like, and he even tries to like take it with both hands, but like his other axe is the axe hand is just like holding it, just ravenously chewing it.
What's up with your axe there?
A gift from my betrothed.
Does it seem to have the same color as?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna like slowly, like without my weapons out and showing all my hands on it and not showing any hostility. I'm gonna try to get near this guy.
Mm-hmm.
As she's just talking to him, just slowly.
You know,
Does
probably.
Maeve want to enter into the basement?
Take that as a no.
I'll take that as a no. Yeah. Detective is gonna push by and enter in. He's gonna see the guy, and he's smart enough to realize what you're doing. But he has his hand resting on his crossbow revolver.
Now, the crystal on his forehead, does it seem like it's just there, or is it trying to sink in more?
It's
or?
like pushed into his forehead, and it's like fused in. You can see like cracks of amethyst like coursing over his skin. And like whenever it pulses pain, he like tenses up. His like muscles bulge. He's a pretty beefy guy.
Oh Lord, do I trust my strength or not? I don't. Wait, I do. I have a spells though. It's not. I'm waiting till Hardratha moves closer.
Mm-hmm.
So Hardratha comes up.
And then
next
I'm
to you.
also like, oh hey Hardratha, we're just like, I gave him some food. You should have some too. And give it to Hardratha as well.
Toby, you notice that these humans are like tied up with like rope, even though they're in a cell. So it's like doubly confirming that they're to stay put. They don't look harmed at all. They just look tied up, and their eyes are like wide, and they're trying to like struggle noticing that you're there.
There you go, Hardratha. No, did I give it to myself? Oh no, sorry, Hardratha. Pilot. Okay.
I'm gonna get closer to one.
As you do, this guy, he like turns, he's like, "Don't touch them. They're safe. They're being protected. If you touch them, I kill you." And like as he gets aggravated, his quills being like growing ever so slightly.
We
What
ain't
are
gonna.
you protecting them from?
But they're tied up.
Yes.
Isn't that hurting them a bit?
They wanted to run. They would not let me keep them safe.
But isn't tying them up kind of hurting them a bit?
No. I work on ships. I can make knots to hold you without hurting. And as you notice, yeah, they're pristine. They have like minor bruising, maybe from like trying to get out of the ropes itself, but otherwise these civilians aren't harmed in any way.
Well, I'm actually impressed.
I'm gonna look at Maeve and Detective's like, okay, like, cause I know Maeve was gonna talk, like, okay, I'm gonna wait before I do what I think I'm gonna try to do and regret it.
I
But
think
she
we're all
had
gonna
just
regret it.
asked, what are you protecting them from?
Oh, but he's like, the guards, the monsters.
We took care of them, though.
You
The
don't
four
s-
above us.
He's like, you don't smell of blood or look of battle.
I'm
Well, look
pretty
at me,
sure I'm pretty sure I look like I just got out of a battle, sir.
Oh yeah, no. You look horrible, but to this guy,
You look fine to him.
How?
I don't know, magic.
So I'm
Magic.
But yeah, like any attempt to get close to these cells agitates the heck out of him.
gonna look to Hardratha and like mouth and I'm gonna mouth grab.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what's your reaction to that, Hardratha?
Can you reflex Hardratha?
I do not.
Oh.
Give me an intelligence check.
I do, so I know what she said, so I'm gonna just move up here.
Nab, stab.
I'm a,
Nab, stab.
oh my god.
Jab. It's an ab word. You got that much.
I'm gonna put my hand down, like try to move down, like okay, I'm putting them down because I picked it as if like, but have them sort of resting sort of more at my torso, like to be ready to grab, like and try to like sort of motion towards the guy, but not like try to give it away.
It's like Toby's like at the back, like, yeah. I
He doesn't
don't
seem to
know.
catch on to what you're trying to do.
Does Hardratha speak Sylvan?
I do not.
Dang it.
I do not
Right.
think.
'Cause
No.
if you did, then
No.
she's gonna reiterate it in Sylvan.
Oh, what
for
languages do you
Yeah,
speak,
nope.
actually, Hardratha?
Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
Oh my god, I know Dwarvish! I think I do know Dwarvish. Do I know Dwarvish? No, I don't know Dwarvish. Dang it.
How do you not know Dwarfish?
I don't know.
I mean, I only know Common and
I should
Sylvan.
know Dwarvish.
You spent 75 years with a dwarf.
Yeah. We
I
can talk
know
about this
Common
later
and
after the break.
I know Common and Draconic, so.
Oh, and thieves can't.
I'm gonna just trust that, like.
Alright.
Okay.
This guy's starting to get very curious and agitated. Why are you block me in corner? I must check on the others. And he looks like he's taking a step forward.
I'm gonna, at the same time as you, it's like, Hardratha, don't fail me! And I'm gonna go, and I'm grabbing the guy to try to restrain him.
Oh, give me a strength check.
Do I have any, like, advantage
Okay,
or
we're gonna do this.
anything? Because he doesn't realize. I lowered his guard, so I don't have anything to add to it. James?
Yeah, he's not raging and not full of quills. That's your
I
advantage.
I might have a thing I can do.
I mean, I'm waiting for any type of thing he's saying before it starts, and I'm afraid.
Yeah, so when she goes, I'm gonna like go and try to pull the crystal out.
Okay. So, yeah, you catch him completely off guard. I mean, you have to beat a 7. Can you beat a 7?
No, I can't! This is why I was asking! This is why
my
my
God.
saving throw is a +4. This is why I was asking, James. I was asking, do I have anything with it? Because every time I do this, I always fail.
Alright, so, you'll have disadvantage on your sleight of hand check to pull this out of his face, Hardratha.
Okay.
Oh.
And when you grab it, I'm gonna need you to make an intelligence saving throw against psychic damage.
Well, I have Curse of the Binding.
Well, you can use your blood curse on this guy too. Y'all can all like nuke him from orbit.
He would need to make me a strength saving throw to meet my spell DC, I think.
Alright, so you got a 13. Does that beat it?
Trying to find where it is on my character
Give me your
sheet.
sleight of hand check, Hardratha. Because this is all
You said
going
what?
off at the same time.
With disadvantage?
Yes.
But wait, what about the binding spell? If it works, is it still disadvantage?
Well, at
I'm
this
trying
point,
to
he's not surprised.
Well, this is all going off at the same time, so that's what I'm asking.
Fair.
I'm trying to find where my thingy is, and I'm not finding it.
Is it like one of your blood curses? Or like,
Yeah.
it's typically, it'll probably be similar to a spell, which will be 8 plus your proficiency plus whatever, like, your thing uses. I don't know
So
what
plus
it is.
your con.
Your con, then.
You beat it by 1.
So you
What?
cut yourself,
Oh, you only have a +2 to your con?
try to bind him, and just now he's like mad. He's like, "You have come to hurt."
Yeah, that's not happening.
So you go to grab it, and he just smacks you with the back of his axe. And he starts like, he's raging, and now these quills are like cutting through his skin, and he begins bleeding. Roll for initiative. You can still try to pull it out of his head.
Yep.
Yeah. The initiative.
Lily, roll for initiative.
Da, 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 da.
Give me suspenseful battle music.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you want suspenseful?
Yeah.
I did the battle music before.
Oh, that works.
Alright. Got a 1 again.
Oh no.
So, starting off at initiative count 20, Detective McFadden is like, obviously he is out of his mind. We need to take him down. He's going to take a -5 to hit with his revolver. And misses. So he tries to go for the head, shoots, it hits this guy, just doesn't take hold. And he looks more mad. He is raging. As he rages, he's spiky and like growing out of his skin, and he's gripping this axe with all fury. And he is going to reckless attack, striking Lily.
I'm gonna
And then
take some
he's-
of the damage.
Hmm?
I'm gonna take some of the damage. So.
Oh. By the way, for like you guys who are using your reaction to do other stuff, you cannot get an attack of opportunity if your reaction has been used.
I'm sorry, I'm just mad. Big burly panda can't hold anything for anything. No one can even get away from me, and it's tiny. Well, compared to me.
Do you take 4 less damage?
I already adjusted it.
And then he is going to take his fist, bring it up, and he gets like these claws, more or less of claws, more just spikes growing out of his hand like a mace, as he swings up to hit you. That is not right. Advantage. He crits you for 5 plus a d8 damage. It's supposed to be another d6. I don't know why the crit didn't go through. So, 14 more damage. Just tack that on. Because my thing did not save when it crashed. Okay. Toby.
Toby. Toby's gonna pull out his crossbow, his light crossbow that he has.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to pull the trigger on him.
So if you're gonna shoot him, you have advantage, because he reckless
advantage?
attack. Yep.
Okay.
Hey.
So you hit him true for like 8 damage, straight 8 damage. Like it stabs into him, hits his arm. He's trying to like block himself with his burly arms. He lets out this unhuman howl. Alright. The humans begin like trying to like struggle more to break free. Ardretha.
Alright. I am real quick gonna try to pull the crystal out again.
Alright.
So, sleight of hand again, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So you grab it. I need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Good thing it's you, not me.
Yeah, so you feel this like psychic attack coming in, and just you're like, no, you shake it off with your determination. How strong are you? 16?
Yeah, you're stronger than me.
Just you pull this gem right out of his like forehead, and this explosion of purple magic shoots off as he falls on the floor, and the quills kind of like wither, and he falls prone. End of combat. just like that.
End the combat already.
I didn't even get a chance to let him transform. Oh.
I'm glad you didn't do more.
I'm glad.
I'm like, my
Once
players are
again-
murder hobos, right? They'll just attack my big thick boy. No,
No.
talk to him.
Yeah.
No,
So, yeah,
first
so
we
he's
just
on-
talk to him.
He's still holding onto the axe for dear life, white knuckled. But he's using his other hand to like hold his head. He's like, how did I get here?
I'm gonna go down. Just stay still. Well, let me help you. I actually mean to help you this time. I don't mean to hurt you. Just relax for a moment, and I'm gonna use a medicine kit on him.
Mm-hmm. So you burn one of your charges. Maeve, yeah. She blocked some of the attack, but the spikes, there's actually quills stabbed into Lily. Like the quills broke off of his hand that stabbed into her. Just kind of sticking out her side.
And me and the poison man, Smoky Chop, saved the day.
So the Berserker is now a neutral party. As he's like laying on the ground, he's like, "Who are you people? Where's my crew?"
Sir, I'm sorry to say this, but you're in Sean right now.
This takes a long pause. He's looking. Shar. The city of traders?
Traders?
He like begins trying to like lift himself up.
What?
And it puts like leans against the wall.
What did you? What's the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember is the Lord of Blades storming into Upper Corvair, burning the entire place in purple flame.
Wait, where at?
So the continent you're on is Corvair. He arrived with the Darius Mechanus. And it was a massacre. Me and my crew made it out just barely alive.
I'm gonna look at the detective. Like, did anything like this happen recently, or?
The man must be insane.
Sir, what's a year for you?
The year? He takes a long pause. He's like counting out on his fingers. It was 1987.
Sir, that ain't the year anymore.
He had some powerful magic on him. We don't know how long he was being used as a puppet.
For context, the year
Is
is
1066.
1066.
So what was it? 987?
1977.
1977. And it's
But
year.
it's 1066.
That makes no sense.
Toby, you're good with discerning magic, and Heartwraith, your amulet's glowing. His axe is some sort of magical item. It has runes inscribed all along the handle.
Oh, wait. Ruins, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna inspect this axe.
Give me an Arcana check with advantage. Maeve, the detective is gonna like ask you to help him free these people.
Which she was planning on doing, so.
16. It's some sort of blood rage enchantment that allows the axe to do way more damage at the cost of the person's cognitive ability. But the interesting thing is these runes look warped slightly, where it's also cursed, bound to the person with some unusual magic. They're soul intertwined. Exactly how it works is unknown. The axe is the person, and the person is the axe. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna look over the gem that I pulled from him.
So the gem is identical to the one you found in, off of the secretary, who was a doppelganger. And like once you pulled it out, it stopped having its glow and it reverts to its hexagonal shape with like what looks like a teardrop in the center. Like a sapphire teardrop in the center of an amethyst hexagon.
Alright. For now, I'm just gonna put it in my backpack with the other gem.
He looks around and his eyes kind of clock on to Maeve. I've seen you somewhere before, I swear.
What are you talking about?
The Battle of Hothen. Correct. You led the rebellion? No.
Does any of this ring a bell to me?
Or was it the Siege of Thresh? Both Hothen and Thresh aren't even places you've ever been to or heard of.
So,
Say
Toby's gonna.
I'm only 27. By what you said about the years, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have known me.
So if you want, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So I was
Toby.
gonna say, because I was gonna say, well, the year is 1066.
It's
He
impossible.
said it was like, huh?
I said that's impossible. He actually just he goes and begins running towards the stairs. I need to see what the outside world looks like.
You won't be able to get out, sir. We have the doors are locked. If you want to wait up there, we're gonna try to figure it out, but I think it may be best if you don't exactly run out right away.
He gives you a look. He's like, fine, I'll wait for now. But he still
And
heads upstairs looking for a window.
I'll before he goes up there, it's like, if so, I would like to ask about the runes on your weapon there. They seem interesting.
Oh, this? Oh, this is my axe, Bella.
Sir, what's your name, sir?
My name, Hedrith. Hedrith Bronzetail.
Bronzetail?
Mm-hmm. Hedrith, Bronzetail.
And Bella the axe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where did you get those runes from?
Oh, when I fought in the war, I pulled this off of one of the Lord of Blade's minions. It's been serving at my side for 2.5 years now. However, the power can make me go a little bit stir crazy. Where is Clara, that conniving witch? Our ship's spellwright. Tall, beautiful woman.
You were talking
Platinum
about
hair.
a betrothed.
Well, technically we were married, but that was quite some time ago.
Do you recognize that stone? Talking about the thing that was in his forehead.
He takes a look at it. Never seen a gem like this before.
Is that some sort of magic that she would use?
She's a tricky one. That much I know. She works with unusual people, but she kept me and my crew safe for 3 weeks while we were fleeing the destruction of Northern Corvair.
Well, pulling this thing out of your head is what we got you to your senses.
He looks around. He's like, these people aren't my crew.
Yeah, sir, as I said, you ain't where you think you are. Head upstairs, wait. Well, we got some stuff to deal with.
He just kind of heads up. He's just lost in thought at this point. One of the human that's closest to you is a young man. He's like, I like when you take the gag off him. He's like, that guy's crazy. He was talking about some machine god taking over. The fall of the sky. He was rambling on and on. He's insane.
No, there was magic. There's a difference.
I appreciate that so much.
Right?
The human too is a middle-aged secretary-looking lady. She's like, there's more people. One by the well and one in the scroll room. He put them over there because they were making too much noise.
Alright. I go up here near the well.
Then over here.
So you go down. The one up by a well is actually a guard stripped of his like gear, and he's over there like rubbing his rope against the wall, trying to like fray it to break free. When he stops and he looks at you, he's like, "You're gonna help me, how's your worker?"
I come over and I pull the gag out and I pull out one of the daggers and cut his bonds with it.
Oh. Thank you, civilian. You're doing your city a great debt today. Now, where's that savage? Oh, ma'am. Goodness, you should get medical attention. You're bleeding all over.
I know. I'm trying to help you people.
Yeah, we came here with the detective to investigate what was going on. And
Fadden is here.
yes.
Splendid. I have a full-on report. It's up in my office. I can go get it. I'm a scribe who's trying to be a good knight. Let's put it at that. Chief Commander was killed. I hid in his office. Then this brute found me and pulled me out. You should be careful. There's unusual magical creatures running around here, attacking us from the shadows and vanishing as fast as we can find them.
Yes, we know. We've dealt with some of the shadows already.
Also, that man, he transforms into a monster. Quills growing out of his skin.
He's back to his senses. He was being controlled by magic.
We pulled the crystal out of his forehead.
He's like, damn blasted mages. This is why. The senator needs to pass a law against public casting of spells without a license.
Does Toby hear this?
Yeah. This guy's speaking loud as hell.
Defense to that. It's like, no, we don't.
But yeah, I move out of the way so he can get over and go talk to the detective.
Yeah.
After he leaves, Maeve is gonna make a comment. I see why he was put over here for being loud.
So, this well, as you're looking into it, connects into the sewer system. And you can use it to escape if you want to risk holding your breath swimming through it. So, it is a viable option if you think your con's good enough to hold your breath.
No.
Nope.
I could use one. I could volley, but I'm gonna block this door. If anyone goes up before they go up, I'm gonna like give me a hand and put like my salts on their hand.
So you're salting
Oh, yeah,
everyone?
Dark Salt.
I'm making sure there's no like doppelganger or anything.
Human
man.
2 shrieks out in pain. What are you trying to do it? Her skin actually turns white versus the grayish blue of a doppelganger, though. Maeve, you would recognize that is a sign of a changeling. The non-mutated form of a doppelganger.
I'm gonna keep her down here. I'm gonna let the one go up that didn't freak out.
So, he heads up.
And I'm gonna wait for. I'm not gonna address her. I'm gonna wait for the other person to come by.
So, Toby, you go in and you find a old dude. He has bottle glass glasses on his face. Absolutely ancient looking guy.
Dinosaur age looking guy.
Who are you? Why are you here? What is going on? Have you come to bring me my supplies I need? I have somehow managed to tangle myself in this rope. It's most humiliating.
I can help you out of these ropes then.
Much appreciated, young man. Oh, when you get old like me, senile, it's possible that you too may one day be tied up in a rope. When that day comes, remember, always don't give out on hope. Someone will come for you. Pass me my ink, please.
Yeah, I'll untie him. Pass him his ink.
He starts scratching away at writing something on his shirt, rips it off and gives it to you. Here, take this. I'm sure a bank will be able to give you what you deserve for saving me.
Good.
Illegible ink splotches all over this white shirt. And he's offering you his whole shirt, not even just a portion of it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look out the room.
So this old dude comes out. He's rickety, thin, just kind of like hobbling back and forth with his like holding his ink and quill in his hand as he's like trying not to drop it. Pardon me, coming through. Which way is the closest carpet? I need to get back to the Dragon Towers in order to file my report against this horrible treatment. I come here looking for one scroll, and somehow I get tied up and they forget about me. It's amazing how they treat old people nowadays.
Hand, sir, please.
I'm already married.
I'm not gonna marry you. I just need your actual hand.
Oh, well, of course. He pulls his hand off. It's like a wooden hand with like runes that allows it to move.
I need your actual flesh hand.
Oh,
You don't have to take it off. Just put.
I was about to say that one
don't-
doesn't come off.
Just put your hand on my paw. I'm gonna put salt on it.
Doesn't change.
All right, sir. You wanna go through? I'm sorry about the mistreatment.
Can I have my wooden hand back?
I never took it from you in the first place.
He dropped it on the floor. He's like looking around for it.
I'll pick it up and hand it to him.
Oh my goodness.
Connects it back on. A quick like blink of magic, and it's like working again.
I'm gonna let him go by.
Kind of like hobbles up the stairs.
And
Almost falls at one point. Grabs a hold of the railing and
I'm
hobbles
waiting-
his way up.
Question that he has no shirt on now.
Yep, he doesn't have a shirt.
That's whatever. I'm gonna wait for the one talking to the detective.
The detective is like, he's taking down these notes. He's like, head up, go with the others. Keep them safe. Here. He hands him like an extra dagger. And he's like, thanks. Puts it away.
I'm gonna stop him before he goes up to the door though.
Yes,
I need your hand, please.
certainly.
And put salt on it.
Doesn't change.
You can go. And now there's one in front of me. I'm gonna like.
Detective.
Yes. Comes over.
Lily, you want to fill him in?
I'm gonna look at the human in front of me. Honey, you can drop the look. I know you ain't human.
She let her whole form shifts. There's like her clothes doesn't change,
Mm.
so it's still like made to look, but it's like a much more thin, slightly shorter changeling. Nondescript features, very small nose, absolute white eyes, white hair. Just tapping their foot. Oh hey, found me out. What's up?
What? I'm actually looking at this. I was like, actually, I don't know what to ask. To be honest, I don't do the asking. I do the fighting.
It's like, ID, registration. Are you armed and are you a spellcaster? I'm not a spellcaster. I'm a journalist. Thank you very much. And holds out. And she actually has a House Civis badge
Oh.
that she shows the guy. My house will be hearing about this mistreatment. House Lyandar getting in my way when there's a story.
No.
I would wait. I would intercept
That's
the
no
name.
way to talk to somebody who just freed you.
And no offense, we had a changeling and doppelganger. Actually, he cooked up some doppelganger. It's quite good.
She
But-
looks absolutely mortified by this.
But we had some changeling and doppelganger trying to kill us earlier, and I was just making sure you weren't a part of them.
No, not at
That
all.
was all. Do you want me to let her go up then?
Yes, let her go.
If you want to go back to your farm, man.
Shifts back
Have a good one.
and just struts on.
Toby's not gonna say anything. Toby's not gonna say anything.
Huh, I find it so interesting. I can use that as a threat now when I come across strangers. Like, oh, I cooked the doppelganger. It was pretty good too.
McFadden's like, don't go saying that around to people.
I
It
said
will
around-
definitely rub them the wrong
I
way.
said around changelings if they try to start problems.
Yeah,
I mean, in your
right.
restaurant, do whatever, but if it ends up getting me knocked out again.
Because like Toby would like say, well, I'm guessing she's not one of those changelings that attacked my group, but I'm just gonna stay
I
quiet.
just also wanted to make sure, like, call her out and had us around here, so in case if it was one of them that was trying to attack us, you know, be like, yo, what, like, hey, what's going on? If she was bad, we could just have all jumped her, but, all right, I'm gonna now look at the store.
Oh, it's just another door going upstairs. This one's locked though.
What goes up here, sir?
It's just an alternative way up to the main floor. This door over here was supposed to be locked, but you can see the doorknob has been cut off cleanly.
Where at?
The door you came down
Oh.
was just the door was just cut off.
Oh.
The lock from the inside was sliced off.
Well, up we go then?
Yep.
How you all feeling, actually? Everyone doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
McFadden
didn't
raises
get
an
hurt
eyebrow
that
at
time.
Maeve.
Yeah.
She just kind of looks at her crossbow and is like, I'm staying in the back lines for now.
I'm head up. I'm like, okay. Let's head up then.
So, you guys would come up over here.
He's just standing in the hallway.
This guy?
Hi.
Yeah, he's standing at the hallway, staring at the ground, sketching with his axe on the ground. And then this like, blade must be magic because it cuts into the stone, no problem.
Sir?
What?
What you doing?
Carving, trying to make sense of the things, clearing my head. But
Alright, well, excuse me, going upstairs. I'm just gonna go around there.
Yep.
the detective comes up to Maeve. He's like, "What should we do about that one? I don't want him simply wandering around. If he goes insane again, and kills more people."
Well, who has the stone currently?
He gestures over to Hardratha.
I think who we should be worrying about is Hardratha then in this time being, because he seems fine.
Fine. Let's go.
So as you don't start a riot.
Start a riot. Sorry.
I was so tempted as well.
Hedrith just sits there and he's just carving on the ground with his axe.
Maeve is gonna say to him, we'll be back for you shortly, just wait.
Badoop. To your left corner is where this stairs leads to.
Oh, cool. Thank you for so much details on it. Oh, and the doors. You guys said it was like third floor, right?
Yeah, next floor up.
I'ma keep going up. I don't know if you want to examine these floors and see if there's any civilian.
We should clear every floor. Try not to split up too much. That's my opinion on it. You guys can head up. I can clear this floor myself if that would make you guys feel better.
No. I'll look this door.
We'll clear it with you. It's better to stay together than to split up at this point.
So as you look into this room, there's a door down here too. It's full of scrolls and books. Toby, I'm assuming you and Hardratha are coming up too?
Yep.
I'm gonna open up this door too.
Oops. So this door opens up into a kind of dead end area full of books and whatnot. However, you could have sworn you saw something quickly move in the shadows.
Yo, can I have one of you people that can do light in this room? Something moving in the shadow over here.
I'm on my way.
Yep, we're on our way.
I'm gonna take a step to the side so they can
Just double light the room.
So you guys walk into this room?
Yep.
Yep. And if we both cast light.
Yep.
So you both enter into this room. You see, Toby, you would recognize this figure anywhere. A giant rat comes out and charges at you at max speed.
I'm a human.
You got both weapon it again?
No, because he already used it on you guys.
It is going to bite you as magic surges in its mouth.
No.
It hits you.
I love how like looking. I love how Lily came across the raven and like he came across the raven.
Mind you, I had these pretty scripted out. I didn't actually like think like, oh, someone's gonna walk in this room. No, so rat charges forward, crumps down, dealing 20 damage as like your bad leg, Toby, it just bites it, and you almost fall over.
It's like all you hear is like from Toby's like, I'm the killing, ah!
Not again.
Oh my god.
So technically, Toby, you're up first. Rat clamps down on your leg and like hitting it with this horrible disease.
Too bad I don't have another lightning breath charge.
She's gonna burn this rat into next Tuesday.
I wish.
I feel so bad because I even stepped out of the way so I can go.
So I'm gonna use Ray of Frost on it.
Oh, yeah.
Target it. Too bad I don't have Ray of Lightning.
Maeve, you look in and you just see this giant rat with milky eyes and black fur, foaming at the mouth as it like chomps down.
Do I recognize this kind of thing at all?
Clara's rat familiar. Cool.
Supposed to be unidentified. Oops. Well, rip. Anyway,
Sorry.
cat's out of the bag, but that's my fault as a dumb DM. So you blast it with magic, and it lets out a shrill. Andreas, you're up.
It's like, I'm gonna kill it.
I'm going to like come around and just come up behind it.
So you flank this rat.
Yep, I'm flanking the rat.
Toby sees her, he just smiles.
It's like the size of a small dog. That's how like big this rat is. And like it turns around and looks at you like. You have advantage, by the way. So you can roll again. Maybe you'll get a crit.
Almost.
Nope.
Almost.
But
So you bring this hammer down and just stun the rat. The rat like wobbles back and forth as it like lets out a kai. Maeve, you're up. This rat is like badly wounded at this point. Shoots off with her like light crosser. Almost hits Hardratha. Hardratha just speeds up to move out the way. Anything else you can do? That's it.
I'm just leaving it at that.
Lily.
You gotta do that. Find me after you're done.
He's like, I'm not having none of this.
I'm gonna open up this door.
Oh my gosh.
Luke's like, this ain't worth it. I'm not about to get hit by a rat. Yeah.
So you spend your turn in movement. As you move in, this whole room is filled with books. It is cold in here. And abnormally dark.
Can I light? I think I have a torch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a light torch.
So you get 10 feet of dim light around you. That much. Beyond that's darkness. You can smell though.
Can I smell anything?
You smell an unusual sickly smell.
It's really, it's surprisingly cold in here, and it smells like sickness.
Goodness.
Mm-hmm. The detective hears all this commotion, looks in, see you guys fighting a rat. This is no time to be fighting pesky vermin. We need to find more civilians, and heads the other way to help out Lily.
This is the rat that almost killed me.
And he moves into the room. He has a flare around him. His flare only gives him 5 feet of light around him. Alright, the giant rat is gonna look and vanish.
Can it vanish with so much light?
It's like it recalls.
Oh.
It is gone.
Did you have fun?
Get that rat.
Do you have a vendetta against rats?
Against that specific rat.
he's about to.
Okay.
He's gonna get. he better wait until I get my lightning breath back.
No one cares about Hendrik. He's just carving on the floor. Thoby. The rat disappears as like its magic fades. It's just vanishes out.
Wherever this rat keeps coming from, find the source. I'm a lightning blast it.
Well, that was interesting.
Hardratha, you want to search all these scrolls, or do you not care?
Yes, I would.
Roll me an
I like
investigation
that.
check. It's gonna take like 5 minutes at minimum
Well-
to search this area.
Well, they are busy over there, so I got time.
Okay.
Are we at initiative now?
Yep.
Like,
Oh boy.
I'm assisting him because I'm still in the room. Where
You would be
is-
rolling your own check, so.
I'm gonna look good
Yeah.
in this hallway.
Yeah.
Over here.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so with your limited ability to see, this is just a dark hallway full with more bookshelves full of stuff. You're looking around, you find what probably was a misplaced scroll. It probably doesn't belong here, but you find a scroll of acid splash and a scroll of acid arrow. I will put them in Toby's inventory because he's the one who found them. But if you give it to Hardratha, he can copy those into his spell book.
I will be giving it to them. I'll give it to him. So
I'm gonna follow with the sniff of sickness.
Scroll of acid splash. Alert. Scroll of acid arrow. So yep, you can use as an action.
Also, so you guys know this is like magical darkness. I can't even see it in here.
So you move through.
Just following wherever the smell of sickness is at.
Maeve, you continuing through as well?
If my mic could unmute, yes. There's been a few times where I've like hit the unmute button and it didn't unmute.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing this is where it leads me to. This is this door.
Yep.
I'm open the door.
As you open the door,
Mm-hmm.
a dark spider appears,
Oh no, why?
medium-sized.
a medium-sized spooter.
Why
Lily
you
has
do this to me?
For some reason, the deck save isn't put in there.
no,
It's
it made
weird.
me do a deck save.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually have the if it passed or failed. It's supposed to be a DC of 10, so you did fail. Your spitch acid at you. As it's like beginning of initiative. It would be Lily's turn.
Beginning of initiative again. Back into battle music, guys. Let's go.
I mean, you can leave it in like this. It's just a spider.
No, I don't care. Lily hasn't been done against spiders. Do I need to remind you of what happened when we went into the cafe?
So our character flaws. Like our character's like Lily hates spiders now, and I hate freaking rats.
I'm beginning to hate
I have a
crows as
gr-
well.
We have a grudge against them.
I just like spat acid at you.
So Lily's gonna cry like, why does it have to be spiders? And then I'm gonna take my walk
Okay.
and try to squish the spider.
Hit that big old spider. Dinner plate sized spider.
And I'm like trying to fall to
It's
the
it's
ground.
on the it's like on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, no.
It's
I'm
like
trying to...
you just swing up, smack into it.
I killed it.
Exceeds hit points by
I
one.
won. I got the max damage I could.
Douche! Kill it outright with one splat. Said it was just a spider.
I don't care. Is there still small enough?
Mm-hmm. It seems to be coming from this far room. I'm assuming Toby and Hardraith at this point are still searching.
I'm look, following wherever it leads.
So in this room, you see 2 dead civilians, burnt by acid, and like deteriorated by magical disease. The detective is not pleased, and he's like gonna be studying the bodies for a moment.
Like Lilia has to cover her nose with her smelling salts because like oh god, this is so overwhelmingly gross and disgusting.
He's like, they've been melted by, I'm assuming that's spider. Also, when you killed it, it didn't leave a body. It just vanished.
I'm gonna kill that spider. I'm gonna kill that crow.
Have I seen anything like this before? Like people who use this kind of stuff?
There are people who like summon elementals and creatures to help them. It is definitely a fighting style that can be used. But the detective is kind of like upset. He's like, we'll have to come back for these bodies. They're not alive. Unfortunately, they're not that important at the moment.
Oof.
Did you piss off some witch? Asking the detective.
No, not to my knowledge. I try to stay above the books, with the exception of a few of my personal vices. But besides that, no.
I'm gonna call out for Hardraith then, Toby.
And this is when you guys like find the scrolls.
Didn't do it.
Upon hearing Lily, I go to meet back up.
Yep.
Ah, Toby, you missed it. A spider. There was a spider.
There's a spooter.
There was a spider and it spit acid at me.
Well, we need to be careful because now you 2 are looking about as bad as me, talking to Toby and Lily.
I'll be fine. Lily just waves it off.
I just look at my leg. I'm like,
Oh.
like, it got me again.
Wait, come here real quick. I'm gonna use a med kit on him to try to at least not have.
So yeah, you burn the fire to stabilize it.
Yeah.
The disease is neutralized. No were rats today.
No, we're rested.
Meaning next week there will probably be another rat.
That's gonna be the thing. Like any time there's combat, there's a rat. Toby's just gonna focus that. He won't care. He's just gonna focus just the rat.
Lily just kind of vendetta against spiders and crows now.
Let's head upstairs.
Yep.
I agree.
So top right corners are the next.
Alright.
Where the battle map is gonna be revealed, and I need marching orders.
Lily was leading, so.
I'll go in next.
Oh, my bad. So you'll be coming out of the top stairs. Oh no, it'll be the bottom. Which stairs you taking? Top stairs or bottom stairs?
Bottoms.
So it'd be Lily, Toby, Hardraith.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh, Hardraith wanted to be second.
Oh, you want to be second?
Yeah.
Hardraith, Toby,
Toby.
Toby.
McFadden,
Toby.
Macbeth.
Hey, Toby, think of the family.
Maeve. It's more French, Maeve. Oui, it is the Maeve. So you guys enter up into the Great Hall. And the temperature is much colder up here.
I should be fine because I have cold resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Like, as you went into that chamber, it was cold. It's colder up here.
Alright. Question, does resistance stack or no?
Does resistance stack?
Yeah. Because I have natural resistance, and then I also have my Smoky Chop, which gives resistance until. So.
Yes. Well, resistance doesn't like stack into immunity. Once you have
Yeah.
resistance, you just have resistance.
Right. Well, Hardraith also has resistance too. Unless it's been 10 minutes since we last ate it.
It has been probably more like 8.
Alright, so we have to live for a little bit.
As you walk in, there's a hooded woman with a staff in hand. And she just has her back turned to you.
Howdy.
I see that our intruders have finally arrived. Is the good detective still alive?
Yeah.
She turns around, you see a masked woman, fairly beautiful. A hood
Blonde
up.
hair.
Hmm?
Does she have on?
Yep.
I'ma assume you're Clara. Clara.
Yes, indeed. And the pleasure is Miss Lily Cook, Hardretha. Where are your other associates? Toby of the Mafia and the agent girl. What is her name? Maeve, you feel your mind getting probed by psychic energy. Yes, Maeve of House Lyandar.
They'll be coming soon. Although I feel pretty accomplished that you know my name. Thank you.
What exactly do you want?
What exactly do you want? That's more so what I'm curious about.
I'm finishing up business here and then I'm leaving.
And what business is that? That calls assassination, forcing someone who's like madly in love with you to go berserk, using children of Kyber type of materials and stuff, enslaving and killing a bunch of guards. Oh, and also being hunted down by animals.
What? You don't like my pets?
No, I don't.
No, I don't like the rat.
That immediate reaction. Oh my god.
No, I do not like your rat.
Just Toby as he walks into the room.
That's what we want to do.
He's like, no.
Like, no.
I'm sorry. Two people who had like the most trauma with the pets are like, no, immediately, no.
No.
No, absolutely not. 100% no.
0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Goodness. Oh, that's weird. So she looks you up and down. Well, if you'll be minding, I shall be leaving and finishing up my business.
I unfortunately cannot be minding, because I'm pretty sure your business will involve us anyways.
I'm here to save a world destined for destruction.
Well,
She
so
stops
killing
and
people in the
smells, and then
process?
all of you guys feel like a somewhat oppressive psychic presence. Oh, you know where they are. Everyone make me wisdom saves.
Great!
Oh no.
We're not a very wise group.
Nope.
I mean, I'm not wise at all because I have a -1.
You're wiser than Lily right now.
Anything.
She stops and
minus is
smirks. Thank you for the knowledge. This will expedite my plans incredibly so.
I'm sorry, honey, but you're gonna have to kill my big furry body and soul before I let you do anything with them.
Would I know what she's done?
She has invaded your mind. Detected your thoughts even.
Thoughts right now, it's like I feel like Lily
I
can,
feel
like,
I'll say, I'll tell, like, Lily, I think whatever she's looking for, she required us.
Huh?
So whatever
I got a
she
lead
needed, she
that a shopkeep
knows
had
her.
run into unusual magical energy.
It's pretty obvious what she's after.
Yeah.
Yep. And don't even think it, guys. Don't even think it.
Hun, she already
Don't
figured
even
it
think-
out.
Well,
Yeah. Well, she doesn't
you
know
see
about
her
my
beginning to
stash.
like prepare to conjure a spell. I will be leaving now. And at the top of initiative, give me serious battle music.
Serious battle music.
Yep.
Alright. I had to find serious battle music. Give me a second. There we go.
I'm so mad I don't have breath weapon available.
McFadden pulls out his his revolving hand crossbow
Ooh.
and hits her dead in the shoulder as like her spell drops as she cries in pain. It's like, fine, if this must come to this. She holds out her hand, twists the magic, and as if following things appear.
The rat!
And out of like a veil of stars, a assassin wielding a sword and a very ornate looking crossbow steps out of the back room.
I'm gonna kill it!
She looks at you guys. Well, I don't want to have to fight you. Frankly, we could work all on the same side, but I see that you have chosen death.
You never gave us a chance to work together, honey. Don't lie to us like that.
Kind of tried to kill us in the beginning.
You've been trying to kill us this entire time.
She targets Lily. She's the one who's giving her the most sass.
No, why is that me? Wait, why can I roll my own? I heard the one, like, haha, like, wait, it was black though, it wasn't my die.
She like stabs you with like psychic shearing pain. And you have disadvantage on, no, it's a minus d4 on your next saving throw. As she strikes you with that.
Lily was screaming out and painting, like, sort of almost kneel to knee with it.
And then she's just gonna like turn her attention to the detective and shoot 2 blasts of eldritch energy.
Can I block any of it?
No.
No.
Then she launches like 2 eldritch blasts off of her fingers into them. And she's going to take a step back and begin conjuring forth a spell. What's up? Who's... Ah, yes, the assassin. He takes out this like fancy looking crossbow, absolutely elegant in design. It has a sight on it and it has these unusual crossbow bolts that Toby immediately recognizes as the same ones used to kill the detective. He's gonna make a ranged attack against the detective, which hits him for a decent amount of piercing damage and he just gets sniped. The detective grabs his side, coughs up some blood, and crumples to the floor. And the assassin like pulls out another bolt and uses its second attack to reload its crossbow. The rat has a vendetta to finish.
Wait, who's it going? Why did it go up to Toby?
Wait, yes, you said vendetta.
Oh, it's going up to Hydra. It's going to Hydra. Thank you.
Like its teeth like activate with like lightning, and it goes to try to bite you. The spider has a vendetta against Lily.
Why does the spider have a vendetta against me? Toby's pissed.
I'm gonna intercept it.
Careful.
I rolled a 10. I just, for some reason, think I'll turn.
Alright, so take off the 7 damage before I do the next one.
7 minus. I can't remember what was that. 38. Alright.
And you save against con, so you don't take any poison as it like sinks its fangs into you. The raven is gonna sit back, and it is going to. It doesn't actually have the save in here for some reason, but the save is 13, and it's gonna call out all of you. So I need at least a 13 to avoid fear.
What is it?
Oh.
So Lily saves, Maeve fails,
So wisdom, right?
Ardratha
You already did
succeeds. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Why do you have hard to roll again?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I thought I had to do it.
Oh.
So.
And Toby succeeds. So Maeve is frightened by the crow,
The Raven.
the raven, as it like calls out the psychic blast.
Apparently, I have now a vendetta against this raven.
Toby! Yeah, Toby, you're up, and you notice that like she is like chanting in some unusual language
Do I
as she's like
understand it?
conjuring. Nope, it is not undercommon or deep.
Infernal
It's not infernal.
and Draconic.
It's not draconic.
Mm-hmm.
There's chanting forth as she's like casting some spell of great magnitude.
So he's gonna go into his bag and grab his water skin and put a droplet in his hand to cast Ice Knife at Clara.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what? Just happened.
Wait. Oh wait, because I was already targeting the rat.
You're already talking around.
No, so it misses Clara.
Alright. It still does the ice explosion damage though, so she needs to make a dex save.
Yep.
Yeah.
She already did it technically and she failed it. But, well, she failed it, not regardless, though.
Well,
She failed it regardless.
She failed it regardless, so she takes the explosion.
Yep, explosion damage as the ice knife explodes. What does your ice knife look like?
It. The ice knife. It looks like. Kind of more of a heavy, like a weighted dagger.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Anything else you can do?
No, that'll be all.
Just as a HP check, he has 3 hit points, Toby.
Toby has 3 hit points.
Yep, Ardratha, you're up.
alright. Seeing her trying to channel the spell, I'm actually just going to run past the rat and go straight for her.
So the rat's gonna get an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Oh, that rat hurts, man.
It is going to use its last charge of inflict wounds on you. Which
It misses.
So it like froths at the mouth, tries to bite down on you as you like push by it. Like, get out the way, rat.
And I'm just gonna run up and yeah.
So you slam into her, roll damage so I know
Yep.
how much I'm saving against.
Oof.
Yeah, she saves. She's still chanting, channeling the energy, but like she like lets out a grunt as hit with your warhammer. Maeve, you are frightened. You can not willingly move towards this raven, and you have disadvantage on
I know what I can do! Oh.
On what?
the raven. You can't move towards the raven side of the room, and if you are gonna move,
Okay.
you have to move away from it.
That's fine.
So Maeve's just like
Um,
runs away.
Yeah, but then she locks eyes with this girl and goes, okay, I'm gonna use my last hit die to do Blood Curse of the Metal Mind, and I'm going to amplify it.
Oh,
So as a bonus action, you curse a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you
Mhm.
that is concentrating on a spell. That creature has disadvantage on the next Constitution saving throw it must make to maintain concentration before the end of your next turn. Since I'm amplifying this, the cursed creature has disadvantage on all Constitution saving throws made to maintain concentration on any spells until the end of your next turn.
Cool.
So, Hydratha, stab her again. But
So you're
technically
targeting
that's a
the
bonus
raven, or
action.
you're targeting Clara?
I'm targeting her.
Oh,
But since that's a bonus action, I'm out of ammo? What? Why am I out of ammo? What? I'm confused.
are you using your crossbow?
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't gotten any more ammo for it.
Okay. Well, I was gonna shoot her, but I would have assumed that. Okay. That's fine then. I'll shoot her
So-
next turn and just reload.
Yeah, so you pull out your crossbow. Make sure you're keeping track on how many bolts you guys have for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let it cook.
I am going to bonus action, second one.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d plus 1. So why isn't it going through? Do I have to just like jump it? Of course I get 1 that time. Well, thank you. Dice, I hate you so much. So I get 2 HP back.
Alright. So like Lily flares up with her battle rage.
Does my thing come back? The flare in my hand?
The flare in your hand?
Yeah, because when I did second one.
It seems to come back when you're under moments of great stress.
Of course it does. I am going to throw my chakram at her.
Okay.
I actually say I'm throwing it this time. See what I'm playing? I'm gonna actually move up 1, which will. Actually, if I move here, I'm not out of their threat range, am I?
Nope.
Okay. Can I use the interaction to throw something at someone or no? Like, I don't.
Yeah, and they have to use their interaction to catch it.
Can I throw my med kit towards Toby for the detective?
Sure.
So yeah, I'm throwing you my med kit, Toby,
5?
for a detective because he's unconscious.
Okay. If I don't die, I hope I don't die trying to get him.
So yeah,
I have this vendetta going on her and the rat.
it has
I
8.
kind of want to kill him.
So I just toss that and then I'm gonna throw my chakra.
Alright. As you go to throw it in, a mage hand appears and bats it out the way.
Well, it comes back to me, so.
Yeah, it bounces off the wall and magically attracts itself back to you. Detective! Ooh, ooh, ooh. I have to make a death saving throw. Yeah, no, he dead.
No, wait, he had 2. You only showed 1, but.
Takes poison at the start of his turn. which is
And
2
it was
death
probably a
fails.
crit roll.
And
Yep,
he
so-
rolled a 1.
Yep, I called it. Crit fail.
Oh man.
He did. Can I take his crossbow?
I'm mad that that's what you asked. I mean, technically, yes, you could take his hand crossbow.
You gotta think about Toby here. It's like
You okay?
the detective didn't like him at the start, regardless.
You okay? You don't look okay.
She okay?
She's not okay.
Why?
Clara is concentrating on her spell. It seems to tick up a little bit more. And she is going to cast... telekinesis on Hardratha. So Hardratha, make me a strength save. Pretty good. You feel this magic trying to lift you up, but you're like, no, you're trying to stay firm. You are restrained, but you're not yeeted, so that is good.
You're not yeeted.
Whose turn is this? Oh,
The assassin.
The assassin is going to charge at Toby.
Toby.
Make 2 sword attacks.
Ooh.
First one misses. Second one hits. So as you get slashed, this venom drips into your blood as Toby falls on the floor unconscious.
I bet he's like, can I take his crossbow now?
The giant rat just gonna try to bite, and it hits.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
Okay, that's my next thing.
So
Ooh.
doesn't actually do anything more. The spider is gonna try to bite Lily and misses. And the Raven has to roll to it rolls to thing. Fear goes away on Maeve.
Hey.
So that's the thing. Okay, Toby, make me a death saving throw and a Constitution save.
Doesn't he automatically?
This.
Different poison.
The.
So, takes another injury.
So that's a automatic fail.
Yep. And then roll me your death save. 16. Not bad. You have a broken rib from the sword cut.
What did he use? Did he use the blunt side of the sword? Did he use the blunt side of the sword to crack my rib?
You must have just swung really hard.
That would've-
So, you have an
that would've cut
internal
into me.
injury. When you make an action in combat, you have to make a DC 15 saving throw. And on the
Oh my
fail, you lose
gosh.
that action.
Toby's
can't
gonna be
use
out for a
reaction.
while.
Yeah. Yeah. Toby's gonna need some recovery time after this.
Yes.
Ardritha, you're up, but you are restrained by some sort of magical psychic ability that she's channeling. What would you like to do?
So like restraint, so I can't.
Your speed's 0, you have disadvantages on attacks. You can try to use your movement to break free.
Alright, I'll use my movement to try to break free.
Okay? So roll me a strength check.
Strength check.
Mm-hmm. Or, well, athletics or acrobatics, technically. Yeah, that's good enough. Your physical prowess is stronger than her psychic might.
And yeah, I'm gonna hit her, and then I'm gonna pop my action surge again and try to hit her again.
Alright. So roll to hit. Zoom, you bring in, you slam and hit her for 7 damage. And she has disadvantage.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
4. Her spell begins to like falter and crackle, but it doesn't seem to go away outright. And then time rewinds as he goes for his next hit. Slams into her again. Which is another disadvantage check. The spell is quite faltering at this point. Maeve, you see
So-
Toby's on the ground, downed. There's an assassin standing over him. He's bleeding from his side. His leg gave out. He's on the floor. The assassin is looking in prime health, eyeing you next.
So who has the health kits right now?
Toby
the
does.
detective.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm debating because there's multiple things I can do here on what I'm planning, and I don't know which one I want to do because there's 3 different options. I can either shoot this witch so she loses concentration on her thing, and then run down the stairs to try to get Barbarian Man to fight his wife or something. I don't know. Or I can go over and try to stabilize Toby. I'm indecisive.
TikTok.
Yeah, and she's not gonna be an asshole. She's gonna go over and try to use the health kit to stabilize him quickly.
Alright. So Toby is no longer making death saves. So he gets 3 successes.
Do I still technically have movement?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to run down the stairs and try to get to Barbarian Man.
Alright, so the rat gets an attack of opportunity.
How?
Because you're in his threat range.
It bites you.
Okay.
He bites.
It's like your temporary hit points just brushes it off as you charge down those stairs. Alright.
Yep.
Lily Cook.
Hydra, you got him? You got her?
I got her.
I'm pretty sure Lily doesn't realize the detective is dead.
Yeah, no.
So she would actually, seeing that Toby's down and all that,
Medic.
would she'd actually like try to run over to him and try to. I know it gives him gives the bite action the attack, but like try to check the body to see if like okay.
Oh, yeah, the spider does get an attack. Misses.
Spooter.
So she would like go and try to like start the medical kit on him
Mm-hmm.
and realize he's dead.
Spooter.
And like, I think like with Lily, it would be a frustrated like
Why?
groan. And like it's frustrated anger because it's like with her, she left her home for this reason, and she's just gonna look at the assassin like prepare to kill him.
Say my name. Your chakra
Yeah,
speaks to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't know your name. And just trying, you're just getting ready to like guess it.
Give me one.
What's the section's names actually? 'Cause it'd probably be like the name on her.
McFadden.
McFadden. She's like, McFadden?
McFadden's body dissolves and it absorbs into your chakram.
No, wait.
Your chakram itself splits apart into 2 magical short swords. And a crystalline armor forms over your body. What's your current AC?
16.
13 plus your plus 2. Is that more?
No.
That's 15. Well, you have magic armor nonetheless.
Cool.
You may now use your charisma instead of your strength and dex to make attacks. You also may hexblade curse.
Lily's just like, it's... Oh god, this is not back. Lily's just sad, actually. That's really what Lily's reaction is like, she's standing there like, what? And I guess that would be it for her turn.
Okay.
Kill him.
The detective's dead. She is gonna... What is she gonna try to do? I know what she's gonna do. She's like,
I don't know.
I don't have time for this. Are you grabbing a hold of her, Hardratha?
Yes, I will if she tries to move.
Cool. You guys get dimension doored to a roof of a tower. As a like misty portal of incredibly cold air appears and
He has cold resistance.
and then you
Yeah.
pop out into the sunlight. The sun's setting. You're on the roof of like a building in Sharn. There's like airships flying around you.
I would love to see an animation of this.
So pretty much, he just got nightcrawlered, and they just bamfed out of there. And that's what happens. Let's see. The familiars actually go away because she's not concentrating anymore. Oh no, I deleted the assassin.
Take the assassin. Screw the assassin.
Yeah, secretly he's a familiar too. Get him out of here.
Dun dun dun.
The assassin was a familiar all along. No, the assassin's not a familiar. The assassin back in there. Assassin. No one dealt damage to him, did they?
No.
No, so he's at full health.
Ardratha, you're out in the open air. as Clara teleports onto the roof. Her mask slightly gives away. One of her eyes is purple and just like gleaming with like energy. She's rather attractive looking. You also notice she's actually half elf.
Huh.
Like literally half of her body is elf. Not as in like.
Oh.
Not as in she is a half elf. Like
No, she is
literally
split down the middle.
elf.
Half of her is elf.
huh.
The elf side has a pink eye, like an albino pink eye. What would you like to do? You're on the roof. It is open air. There are ships flying around you. As you like look around to figure out where you are, you spot the garrison off in the distance. You've traveled pretty far. Well, over like 200 feet. Farther than a normal dimension door would.
Wow. Well, she hurt my friends, so yeah.
You're just gonna go ham on her?
Yep.
Oh, eh?
No one hurts my friends.
Ooh.
And gets away with it. Ooh.
You bring it down. She brings her staff up to try to block it, and you just like you're a gladiator. You're used to fighting people. So you like swing it down, like you fake to go for her head. You swing it down, slam it into her side. She grunts in pain as you like crash into her with murderous intent. Anything else you can do, or that's it?
Yeah, that's about it.
Maeve,
I
give me a
blew my head
Constitution
and turned
save.
Constitution? Why?
You're under stress with your curse. You're fighting it back, but you can feel your emotions starting to get the best of you. Your flames start to like, your arm is heating up. You're moving slightly faster. Your footsteps even sizzle on the ground slightly.
Yeah, she is dashing down the stairs to get to this guy, which would be 60 feet, which I think is enough to get down to
Yeah.
the mustering hall, is what it's labeled.
Mm-hmm.
Or hopefully he should still be there.
Yeah, he's over he's over now carving on the wall with his axe.
Hey, axe-wielding maniac, help us.
Well, that's immediately what she says, except not axe wielding. She's just like, hey, we need your help.
What?
Now.
What's going on?
The wife or
Why are you
whatever
so
she
wounded?
was is here.
He just rages. He wields his axe. The axe glows energy. He just charges up to the stairs with maximum speed. So he moves 80 feet up. He moves 80 feet up into the combat zone, like just straight up. Barbarians are fast.
Yeah.
He just kind of blinks, just taken aback by this, and it's just gonna take a second
You
before she
would
goes
notice that the doors down here have unlocked. Now that Clara is like, well, you didn't know she teleported away. But
Yeah.
now that she's no longer in the building, the doors are unlocked. Lily, you're sitting here, crystalline armor grown around you. The crystals of your like chakram is like what's grown around you.
I'm actually gonna move over here. And I guess like just knowing that now, even though I just like start attacking with the blades.
Mm-hmm.
So was it just like one attack? Or-
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have pretty much two short swords or D6s, or you can form them back into your big chakram. So it can like split apart down the middle.
So I don't have like 2 attacks, so I'll just.
It's one is an action, one is a bonus action,
Oh.
because you're dual wielding,
Okay.
and you can use your charisma instead of your normal attack for those.
Okay.
Because warlock.
Sorry. So proficiency in charisma, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So it will be a 20 on the first one, 14 on the other one.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get above a 12 to hit the.
Oh, so I hit him with both of them then.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, 15. 12 is Clara. Whoops.
Okay, so.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, so only one hit?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a killer!
Well, it's your proficiency, so I think 10 knocked my head.
No, I have 14. My proficiency is only.
Alright, run, yeah.
I'm not level 5 yet. So then it's charisma plus sword.
Mm-hmm.
So then 2 plus 3.
The crystals like rip into him. He like lets out a cry in pain. The assassin is having none of this and is going to flurry attack you with 2 short swords. So the first one hits for a decent chunk of damage. You partly resisted the poison. And his second hit, it just hits your crystal armor as it like gleams off of it. It makes that like nails on the chalkboard sound.
Yeah, at this point, like, Lily's just like sort of heaving, just going off of like just, I need to kill this guy.
Mm-hmm.
She's going based off of her emotions and that she needs to kill him. So.
Clara is going to use her telekinesis. Give me a acrobatics to not get thrown. Artretha.
Yep. Acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Hardressa was a man to be going with this girl, like.
So she shoots you 45 feet or 30 feet back, and you use your acrobatics to like keep from falling off the edge. And she casts Armor of Agathis on herself. These ice-cold black crystals form around her into this full suit of armor. And that was just something she did. So Hendrith is raging. He doesn't care. He's just gonna make a big ol' reckless attack on the assassin and misses both somehow. His lack of polish, he just swings wide and smashes into the wall, breaking some bricks. Toby is unconscious.
Yes.
Ardretha
As
is
the berserker just
knocks
runs,
stone.
stomps over me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I would be able to get back over to her.
Yep.
Which I will do. And upon seeing her cast a spell, I am actually going to attempt to never mind, I do not have that. So alright, I guess I'm just gonna make another attack.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so as you hit her, her ice armor
Wait.
explodes.
8 damage to Hardressa.
Yeah. Wait, no, why are you hitting yourself?
Wait, what?
You're damaging yourself.
What?
Take that damage off.
I'm so glad I caught that. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, I know, right?
So you
I'm like-
take 5 cold damage as the ice explodes as you like slam into her with her.
Okay.
I'll
I
just
had to
deal the 8
scroll up.
damage to her because you technically hit, yeah.
Yeah, I scrolled up to make sure that the last hit he did was to her, not to himself.
Yeah. Oh boy. So that was a thing. Anything else you can do?
No, because I like ran back up and hit her.
Would you like to use would you like to take 1 level of exhaustion to refresh your action surge?
Actually, yeah, I probably will.
Alright. So you begin pushing your time magic beyond its normal limits to get like 1 more temporal shift.
Redo.
Yep.
Yep.
You want to use it now or are you going to save it for later?
I'm actually gonna find that gift.
I'll go ahead and try hit her again.
So you rewind.
And
You smash into her. She was like coughing up blood. She's definitely worse for wear. Maeve, make me another Constitution
Con
save.
save.
Yep.
Great.
Alright.
And
The
then
fire
I'm
is
going to-
still welling up in you.
I'm gonna book my way back up
Yep.
the stairs.
Just run all the way up these stairs.
And that's the end of my turn again, because that's all I can do. Because action dash.
Over here.
So you get advantage on both of your attacks. And we're gonna wrap up once
Ooh.
this assassin is down. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Ooh.
Oh, I have advantage on that. Let me just put that again. Oh, wait.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah, they both hit. Okay.
I was about to say
So
redo.
together, it's. So.
It's a d6 plus your charisma or your dex, whichever you prefer.
I just do charisma. So. 2. 6. So 8 damage on that one. 2. 7. So 8 plus
Ooh.
7 is 15 damage altogether.
So yeah, he's wounded as you like sliced into him. He's also coughing up blood. The assassin is seeing that it is in bad states. It's gonna use its uncanny dodge. No, cunning action to bonus action disengage and then action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So it can get right almost up with the stairs completely. The detective. So Clara is in pretty bad states at this point. She's gonna like look you up and down. She's like, "You fight well, but my mission is not over. At last, we will fight again one day." You get one attack of opportunity as she clamps a pearl in her fist. An arcane gate appears behind her. She's gonna go to step into it. You hit her.
Redo.
You hit her, and here's the injury she's gonna take as she escapes. She has internal injury. She gave her an internal injury. Make sure to write that down on somewhere. As she teleports out through her gate, like a trail of. She's like all bruised up. She's limping at this point as she goes through this gate. And you can actually see through the gate to the other side. It's this dark, ice cold looking laboratory. Definitely in Sharn though, because there's a large window on the far side that you can see the setting sun and the airships flying around. As this gate collapses. And it does the same spatial warping you've seen before. As the light touches it, it just destabilizes and disappears. Axe Zerker is just
Going up to the guy.
yeah, he's gonna go there and he's gonna like throw his axe to see how well he does with this. This is a minus 2. Yeah, he throws and misses, and the axe just like pulls itself across the floor, connecting back into his hand. Yeah, he's not a happy camper. Toby's unconscious. Toby, roll me a con save. Let's see if you wake up from all this commotion.
Redo.
No.
No.
Ardratha, you're standing out on this open area. You're technically out of initiative at this point. Somewhere in Sharn. You're just standing on a rooftop.
I'm just gonna like, look around, try to see where exactly I am.
There's
and
actually
how
like
to get
small.
back.
There's small gardens on this roof.
Small
there's-
gardens.
Yeah, there's like how like on top of New York, on any like building, there's a stairway area. Well, on the far side, there's a stairway area that goes down into the actual building itself.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll like start heading down, try to make my way back to the garrison.
Okay. Maeve, you're up. You know what time it is.
What time is it?
Give me your progressively increasing harder stress levels.
Hey!
You keep rolling good, damn it.
I don't want to kill everyone.
Okay. That's actually the last check I'm gonna need you to make. As you're able to like quell your internal fire back down, as you're finally able to like regain a grip. Yeah, if you have your whole turn, what would you like to do?
I can only move till there without making a dash, so can't really do much.
I mean, you can stand up. Toby's on the floor unconscious. You could stand on
No,
him.
I literally can only move 30 feet. That's the end of my 30 feet.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, because my mobile thing ran out a while ago.
Oh, well, that sucks. Lily Cook,
Otherwise, I would have 40 feet.
you gonna let the assassin go, tend to your friends, or?
Lily can't run that fast, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like, honestly, it just being, like, Draconic or Lily, just, like, sort of, like, just punch the wall and be mad at the seal, because, like, and then Draconic just yell, that isn't the soul I wanted you to take.
Also, Maeve, you notice Lily has crystalline armor and, like, 2 curved swords that look like her chakram. The assassin is gonna get away. And we are falling out of initiative.
Why do you
Is he
get stuck in
unconscious or
there?
is he dead?
He's dead. He's dead.
Oh, he did.
He's in Lily. Lily's chakram took his soul and life and all that.
Yeah.
So
It's just because the turn Detective McFadden came up and I was like, what?
Right. Nope, there it is. Can I get this crossbow?
Okay.
No, you're unconscious.
So,
yeah.
bloodied and beaten, they got away.
Bloody
Without taking a few bruises of their own.
I want that rat dead.
You kind of have to kill the sorceress if you want the rat dead.
Hardratha finds himself across town, standing in a museum in the middle portion of the Warden's... What is this? Warden's Watch? The garrison district within the area that you guys are in. It's like a war hero museum dedicated to different people. You kind of just walk in, the curator's like, how did you get up there? No one's allowed on the roof.
It's a long story.
You just kind of brush by him like, I don't got time
Yep.
for this dude. He sees your badge. He sees that you're bloodied. And he just like kind of lets you go. Back over in the other place, Toby lays unconscious on the floor as Maeve and Lily stand over him.
actually, Lily is probably just like.
I'm that
Honestly,
dead.
she would like slowly just start heading back to like leaving. She would actually start leaving because like I need to like I need to go to the cafe. I need to make sure it's safe.
The sun begins setting on Sharn as everyone begins heading out.
Wait, am I just getting left here?
Hedrith will carry Toby's unconscious body.
No, it's just for Lily at the point where like her right now. It's just like she's like I need to go back to the cafe and make sure it's safe. It's just like it's more of like that void of emotions at the moment. Like I only got this one thing keeping me going right now. So yeah.
So, yeah. Toby, you're in pretty critical condition. Broken rib, and you have a limped leg at the moment.
This is a pretty map.
I'm surprised I'm still alive.
Maeve, well, the detective's gone. How does it make you feel? How does it make Maeve feel?
Kind of angry.
The
Because
assassin.
all of this was to try to figure out what the heck was happening.
The assassin escaped on your watch.
Listen, I went to go get Big Burly Man. That was not my watch.
I mean, fair. I mean, you made a new ally today. Unfortunately, you, well, lost one. Does anyone actually take the detective stuff? That's my question.
Maybe technically would to be able to give stuff to family, to their family. My dog is being needy.
Oh, yeah. So, what's the next step? I'm gonna just go down the list. Lily Cook, what you doing?
She's going back to the restaurant.
Alright. Hardratha, what are you up to?
Trying to head back to meet up with everyone.
Alright. Toby, you're getting taken to the nearest medical station. Whether you like it or not.
Oh my gosh, I don't have the gold.
They bring you in, they begin dawdling over you. They're pretty much more like, we're gonna get you back to life now and charge you gold later.
Oh god.
Welcome to an emergency, guys. This is like the emergency department.
You get stabilized to the point where you're not dying, you're back with like 1 HP. They do like a medical kit on you. They're like, has anyone seen this man before? They notice your armband. And they're like, I know immediately who to call. So they call one of the informants. Who, a few hours go by, they get in touch. Bullet Tooth and Jackknife show up. To make sure that you're okay. Bullet Tooth pays for your medical expenses, but says, I'm gonna need your help on a job at some point. You owe me one. Again, Bullet Tooth's voice changes every session. I'm gonna figure out that reason.
Yeah. Like.
Your brother just brings you like some rolls and stuff. Make sure you're okay. But he pays for your magical healing, so you're not gonna be stuck laid up in the hospital. But he's like, just this once. I don't know what you were up to, but you owe me one.
A lot of stuff.
Maeve, what are you up to? The adventure ends.
She's gonna end up helping out this guy. I forgot his name. The barbarian. Basically trying to get his whereabouts and have him understand the situation. Probably have him follow her around for a while.
Does anyone report what happened here to the City Watch? You're just kind of leaving.
That would be part of what Maeve is doing as well.
So you go, you report. They're like, oh, this is such a travesty. They thank you for returning his stuff.
If anyone tried to like ask, like Lily, if anyone tried to ask Lily, she would just like keep going.
They actually like we'll be holding a funeral in a few days, and they invite you to come if you want. You can decline.
She's a stressed girl right now, but she most likely will. She's been through the ringer today.
Yeah.
Because this is all in one day.
I think all of you have been through the ringer. Name of this episode is The Longest Day.
The longest day.
The sun sets on Sharn, criminals at large, an unusual organization hunting for the magic pearls. The great power and secrets they hold are yet unknown. The players, given 5 days to rest and recuperate, each head off their own separate way, making one final agreement.
2 of them has to go back to the restaurant because that's where they live.
One of them going off to do something dangerous and might die.
You guys all get a level. You'll level up. You guys have also almost all of you. 2 of you haven't tapped into your prestige power yet.
Yeah, I have to talk with you more about that afterwards.
But Hardratha is beginning to realize that his magic is more than it seems. Lily now has a talking chakra. Sharn is an unusual place where anything can happen. Well, I thank all of you guys for joining in. This was a hour longer episode than normal, but I wanted to get everything done and set up. I think we'll be playing next week. Everything allotted. Be on the lookout for Toby's solo adventure. The craziness that he's going to be getting up to.
Yep.
Anyone else have anything else to say? Put all of you guys through the ringer. Well, as always, I am James, aka a guy with a mug. Thank you guys for listening. And as always, we're signing off.
Take care.